make sense now. Shit just got real, things are getting intense now. I hear you talking about we a lot, oh you speak French now. Giving me the sign, so I gotta take a hint now. I hit you up like, do you wanna hang right now? On the east side, and you know I'm with the gang right now. You say, do I wanna watch, do I know what time it is right now? Yeah. It's after 2 a.m. and that's asking a lot of you right now. All she talking about is come and see me for once, come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me, you don't ever come to me. All she ever says, come and see me for once, come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me, you don't ever come to me. I've been up for 2 whole days thinking what I did to keep you going. Coming through the voicemails that you left me, telling me what I went wrong. I'll admit I'm sorry when I feel I'm truly sorry. Things change, people change, feelings change too. Never thought the circumstances would have changed you. You said you never traded, no. And I believed you when they told me don't. But either way you're still invited and I can't even lie to you. Swear these days all you say is come and see me for once, come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me, you don't ever come to me. All you hear me with is come and see me for once, come and see me for once. Oh, y'all never come to me, y'all never come to me. Why you gotta start, girl, why you gotta start? I know we make time for the things that we want. I know you got another nigga tryna play the part. Just cause he got a heart don't mean he got a heart. Could be standing in the field and he still ain't in the field. If anything should change, then I thought we had a deal. Lately you keep questioning what you get out the deal. Doing things that make me feel the way I make it feel. How hard is it to let you know I'm coming home? That way you could be prepared, maybe take a couple sick days and not miss pay. I don't even know what things are looking like inside of your place. I was decorated. This thing is getting one-sided, I can't even lie to you right now. Yeah. All she talking about is come and see me for once, come and see me for once. Y'all don't ever come to me, y'all don't ever come to me. Yeah. All she hit me with is come and see me for once, come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me, y'all don't ever come to me.
Never have another. Disco dust on my patent leather. The calm before the storm approaches. I'm enjoying this antebellum. I remember the last ride. I remember the way we rode. Do you remember the past times? Do you remember the way to go? We get lost and let's continue on. All this shit we've been levitating. The stairway to heaven's lit tonight. But fuck it, we'll take the elevators. So get ready cause we going again. I'll get ready cause we rolling again. Get ready cause we going again. Get ready cause we rolling again. Get ready cause we're going to. of the solar system. My spaceship don't need GPSing. Are we in love? Is it the shit we on? That's the only thing that we keep in question. This ethereal pastime, euphoria's getting naked for us. Celestial like the last ride. The Imperium's waiting for us. Perpetuating this bliss together. We see it all when we sit together. Heaven just got electrified. Pack a bag and get your shit together. And get ready cause we going again. I'll get ready cause we rolling again. Get ready cause we going again. I ain't get ready cause we rolling again. Get ready cause we're going to.
Like to thank you all for tuning in to the soft sounds of Akeem Ali, also known as King Casanova. And this project was produced by Bellow Beats and C Gutter Beats and engineered by S Slim. Right on, baby.
To be real tight, you got to
right on.
If you don't act, how could you know?
How could you know, baby? Get your steez from. I'm blessed with it, baby. Same place you get your sneeze from. A handsome motherfucker with the aura of a lighthouse. I stand still and let my light shine out. For real, a bad motherfucker. I know it, and I ain't scared to say. If life is a gamble, I'ma shoot the crap every day. I spent my rent money on good vibes and hard liquor. Found a bad bitch so I can bump her like a car sticker. Life is a paradise. I roll like a paradise. I roll on the river just like that woman that married Icon. Yeah, I'm a Rolling Stone, rockin', I'm rolling on. It's in my DNA, rolling in every chromosome. I'm a pimp in the night, I know it. Grass is greener, I mowed it. Poppin' shit, I'm a colon. I'm down the aisle like I'm bowling. Bought a block in the goalie. I don't got time for a rolling. God body, I'm holding. Look how I'm rolling on. To be real tight, you got to jive turkeys out there. We don't take nothing from the naysayers. Smooth, slicker than curl, activator, and can get your girl activated.
I got 5 on the grooves and I'm letting them go.
Right on, baby.
The show is out the back.
Right on.
I wig on every track. I'm a sew-in, nigga. Low key, I'm your father. I'm OD, nigga. And off that liquor, I be walking like I'm half dead. Pop a collar, you don't want no problems, motherfucker. I'm a math test. I done set the smile on dimples. I just pop, bitch, my style on pimples. And I know how to put the style on simple and let it coast so my demeanor taekwondo. Because I kick shit like a Shaolin temple. I took a break, now I'm back on with it. They calling me Mr. Cosmetics. The way I put the Mac on, bitches. I get it shaking, but I ain't gon' seize. Bitches tell me how cold I am, and I know it, but I ain't gon' freeze. And I can't throw the towel in on this shit, even if it kills me. I've been feeling like Apollo Creed. I wanna roll, baby. I wanna roll, baby. Can you dig it, baby? To be real tight, you got to know.
To everybody out there who is living without you, if you are alive and well, chuck and jive,
I'm super fly, let it show. I'm stacking on my mackin'. Give me Casanova. Give me Casanova.
Funky to say. Hey.
Peace in the LBC. Peace in the LBC. Oh my God, I'm back. I'm back, y'all. And I'm on this iPhone, so if it's acting funny, please tell me. Tell me if the mic is acting right. A mic check? Okay, mic check passed. Oh man, I'm trying to tell you, because normally I come in on the Android, or I have been lately. And so there's that. Where's my water? Sheesh, I need some water. Look, it's been a long time, you know what I'm saying? I've been gone. I put everybody on the Summer Jam screen. What's up, Shaquille Rob? What's up, Melanated Piece of the LBC? My Maz is in the house. Big O is in the house. We in the house. My Boo's here. Judy Cole's here. I'm saying Kenny Lattimore's here. Okay, everybody in the house. Smooth Carter's in the house. Man, I'm so happy to see y'all, Dr. Soapy. Yes, Dr. Soapy, thank you for being here. It's been some shenanigans going down in the YouTube streets, but the the one I want to talk about, I guess it's because of, I guess it's because it's been being talked about. I didn't actually really watch it, but I'm going to talk about what I've seen so far. Hey, Third Ward, where the hell you been? Peace in the LBC. Long time no see. Man, it's good to see you, brother. It's good to see you. Now, I've been over in the manosphere or manosphere adjacent. I've been in the beef sector a little bit. I've been over in the mob genre. The stuff has been popping off over there. And different little scenarios and stuff like that. And then I've been keeping up with the entertainment sector with Clarissa Shields. And then I just left from over there. Had John Sinatra's. He went live because he's been practicing with the restream. And I think he's got it down. I hit the link, to make sure that, or at least participate in the situation with the restream. Because I have restream as well, but I'm thinking about using it. And the prices are better. And I started off with Restream a long time ago, but I'll see. I'm gonna tinker around with it. I be all over the place, but I don't be on this app as much as I used to. Yeah, cause like it's starting to get boring on YouTube. Hey, my boo, I hope I said hi to you as well. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't know what it is about YouTube. Like, it's just like, welcome back. Thank you, Shakim. I don't know what it is about YouTube. YouTube is just like, it's shenanigans above shenanigans. I've been trying to tell people about how these scenarios go on this app and different things I've encountered and seen go down. Oh, another person who was back in the fucking fray, then came back into action is Cartier Carlo. He is back. Okay, he went live last night. I shared him out. I was over there. And you know what I'm saying, a couple of people hit the link. Sad and Blue hit the link. Joe and Cool hit the link. It just was like, a lot of people came through because, Cartier had been gone for a long time. He had some things he was going through. But it's just good to see some of the old school, like Mo 3 sector people coming back and getting back into the game, And okay, I've been just trying to stay cool during this hot summer. Man, it's hot out here. Man, these people are mentally ill. They definitely are mentally ill, and I think. See, hey Daria, peace in the LBC. Also, I think you have to understand, like when you're out here, you're trying to put this shit down, this YouTube game down. There's a lot of pitfalls you can get into with unbeknownst to you. A lot of things that can happen and be thrown your way, and before you know it, you just caught up in some whirlwind of craziness. At least that's how it happened with me. Okay. Hey, Egyptian goddess. And quite a few other people have horror stories, if you will, good to see you. Good to see you too. How are you been? I've been well, you know what I'm saying? I just, I've been relaxing and taking a mental break from some of this stuff and watching other genres of things and kind of figuring out directions I want to go with certain things. And I'm more prone to this particular channel, right? Because I have built it up and went through all kinds of shenanigans with this particular channel. So, and this is like my go-to channel to go to, but I definitely need to be working with my other channel. But let's talk about, okay, a few things happen, right? So I'm gonna start though. Also, what I'm gonna start with, I guess, is with the beef sector first, and then I'll go into the Mo3 sector and things that have been happening over there. I'm just gonna be all over the place, just however just comes to me, right? Because I've been paying attention, but not paying attention. It's just odd. So apparently there was a contest of sorts over there in the beef sector, right? And there's a CC out here, fairly new CC. Her name is Mo Better something or other, right? I've seen her around and stuff, but I'm not really too familiar with her. But I do know that she likes to hang with, like, the trifecta and that particular lot of people, right? So if you don't know who the trifecta is, that is Lady Nika, Brianna Simone Pettyville, who has been popping back out lately, and she's been doing her fucking thing, or at least I think she's back in the game again. And Pizarro, right? Which, you know what I'm saying, you know, Cypress Swamp Puss. That's what I call her. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's neither here nor there. She talk shit, I talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, fucking knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Everybody talking shit. It's much ado about nothing really in truth, because these are just sector scenarios. But, we do know that they're good for like doing these contests or promoting contests or having contests left and right. So apparently there was a contest that went down, and the contest was for Mo Betta's, like an intro for Mo Betta. If you get a good pod, and you're gonna pay people, they'll come out here, they'll make intros and outros for you. They'll do some things for you. You're doing the big with okay, let me see. You're doing it big with 18 people. I'm definitely doing it big with 18 people. I'm doing it big with 2 people. And if it ever be like 200 or 300, which that's happened before, I'm doing it big then. Shit, fuck it. I'm doing it big all the fucking time. Big things popping, little things stopping. So nobody can stop this train however the fuck I do it. However amount of people are here, you just can't stop me from hitting my live button. If I want to use my live button, hit it, I'm going to fucking hit it. And if you choose to be here, then fuck it, be here. If you don't want to be here, just move the fuck around. I would get somewhere where there's like a greater amount of fucking people and go participate in that bitch. That's all I can say to you. Um, Brianna popped out here to talk about Lemon's teeth with a monetized channel, but claims she's not coming back. She's working on her master's allegedly. Oh, okay. Well, if she's working on her master's, that is a good thing. Talking about Lemon's teeth, and I mean, and the rest of these niggas' teeth is just like a no brainer, I guess. Like you can't put too much thought into it. Like, it's like, fuck it. Look, I'm gonna go by what Trish said. If you are beef sector, then these are the 3 things that apply to you. Your teeth are fucked up, you're ugly, and you're probably mentally ill. So there's the 3. And so if I am rejected by the beef sector, thank you, God. I do not want to be part of the Hills Have Eyes, but I will talk about the Hills Have Eyes. You know what I'm saying? I will talk about the bitches that are up in the fucking hills looking like they've been inbred and stuff, teeth all fucked up with cyclop eyes and all these other fucking things, running around like Neanderthals, giving excuses for each other for all the little fucking wicked deeds that they put down. I'll go there with you. Shit, fuck it, I'll talk about your ass. It's like watching soft white underbelly. The shit that happens over there, you be like, God damn, remember that? Soft white underbelly, it was like a whole family of inbreds and stuff. That was some fascinating shit to see. That's what it reminds me of. I talk about them motherfuckers, have talked about them plenty of times. If they pop up over here, I'll be like, oh wow, that's amazing. But you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about their asses. I don't think they should feel any way about it. If they come over here and find something to talk about, then fuck it, go over there, you know what I'm saying, in your cave or on your fucking hill or wherever the fuck you came from, your swamp or whatever, and talk about it over there. You know what I mean? There you go. Hey, NY, peace in the LBC. So anyway, look. So the bride gave the, little thing, interview with a vampire. Man, they out here like, what's that? Okay, what the fuckery? And apparently the stat was having sex with his mama, who he turned into a vampire. Get into that shit right there. So So they it was a contest. They went down. They had the fucking contest. A couple of people went into the contest. Let me see. Okay, Slapper got upset with Diva for trying to mediate his beef with Jay Dunn over the competition. Diva turned into a Karen and said she's tired of being disrespected. I mean, was she tired of disrespecting other people? Like, it's just a one-way street because she disrespects people too. Like, stop it. Stop the Karen shit. Stop the simpleton shit. Stop the bullshit. A lot of you motherfuckers is just full of shit. If you ain't trolling or hating or trying to stifle or being in the fucking way, trying to get in the way of people's lives and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you ain't got nothing else to do. You are a natural born shit starter. You are a natural born hater. You're a natural born piece of shit. You will never be able to escape yourself. I understand that about you. I think you should come into a clear understanding about yourself, though. Like, go somewhere, meditate, maybe get on the couch with a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So that person can tell you that you're a piece of shit. And then just come to peace with it. Come to that oneness, that one moment, you know what I'm saying? And then move forward from there. Embrace it. Embrace that you ain't shit and move forward in that shit, okay? Hey, be easy, peace in the LBC. What's going on with you? So let me get back to what I was talking about. So they gave the contest. Slapper was one of the people that entered. Hey, last call, peace in the LBC. Unapologetically, Mika was one of the people who entered. Who else entered? It was a few people that entered. I don't know all the people. You guys can tell me who are all the people who entered, but quite a few people had entered. At least I think it might have been like at least 5 people. And I think that's not bad, right? If you have 5 people dedicating their time to, trying to make an intro or outro for you to get the bag. And I think the bag was like $200, right? Why you got to teach MFs a life lesson, man? Smooth card. I don't know. Look, I think when it comes to me in particular, they think if they come over here and say some like indignant ass shit towards me or whatever about me or take shots at my channel, that somehow I'm just gonna like levitate about my body and fucking feel some type of way. No, I think they'd be more impressed by the words that come out my mouth than I ever would be about what comes out their mouth about me. Like, because the shit they say is like a wah, 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 lie, wah, 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 lie, wah, 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 wah. And the whole thing is riddled with fucking lies and bullshit and conjecture and some other shit. But if I say something about your ass, it's going to be the fucking truth. And that's why you be so bent out of shape, okay? 500 to 300 for first place. I mean, that's not a bad pot. That is not a bad pot at all. But apparently the problem was that there were strict rules in place and there was only supposed to be one winner, like one first place winner or something like that. And then the pot got split. Like the rules started changing in the midst of the situation. And so now there's this big, scenario going on. And so they say Slap-a-Don won, right? They say Slap-a-Don won. And he apparently didn't come with like a video and an audio. So there was supposed to be like a video, right? Some kind of, intro, a nice little video. So like, for instance, when I do my intros, I got an intro. I got a couple of intros, and outros and stuff, but I don't know. I'm just going to play a little bit of one so you can see, like, just to get a fucking idea. So, like, this is my most recent one, like this one right here, right? Okay, so it goes into a whole bunch of stuff. You'll see, like, all kinds of scenes and things and on there. I'm not going to play the whole thing because I don't want them to get me, here's another one. So that's my Gotham City intro, right? So you'll come up with an intro, but this particular intro will be geared their intro would be geared around Mo Betta and whatever her theme is for her channel, right? So I think her theme is like cocktails and conversations or whatever. So that's the concept, right? So you're supposed to do like, an intro for her, and the theme is around her, whatever the concept is for her channel, so on and so forth. Now, everybody who participated, except say one person, which would be Slapadon, came with the visual and they came with the music, right? So the original music, they created a song, an AI song, because all you got to do is like, when it comes to AI, you really ain't got to do too much. You can say, hey, create me a song, and I want this to be the concept of the song. And, maybe you can say this a couple of times or whatever. Like, this could be the hook, and it will create you a song, right? You just give them a concept, give AI a concept, and it will create a thing for you. And that has been a big thing. I think the first person who really came out here, or at least came into I want to say into the beef sector, right? With the whole AI tunage stuff going on, that people were trying to give some kind of credence to kind of like be like, oh yeah, could you create something for me? Da 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 da, was D Ham, the D Ham show. If you guys are familiar with him, the D Ham show had been doing that for a while. So he was out here creating AI songs for people, and that had So I don't know if he participate. I don't know if he does. Anybody know if he participated or not? Hey, the cynical one. So anyways, so the problem with the winner situation, from my understanding, is that yeah, okay, it was D Ham, yeah. So the problem with the winner situation is that all the people who signed up to participate in this situation literally came with their visual concept and their audio concept. They created an intro, right? They created an intro, outro, however you want to call it, something for her channel. But there was one person who just came with audio, right? A song. And even admittedly so, from him out of his mouth, he only put a couple of minutes into that situation, like the night before or whatever, and he presented it. And that would have been Slapadon. Well, Slapadon ended up winning. Now, he ended up winning, and there was this, they say that the chat uh, did a poll, or they voted for, or whatever the case may be, and he won. But the problem is, or what comes into play is that how do you win a contest where you have to come with a visual and you have to come with an audio, and it has to be a full package concept, amongst other people who are bringing full package concepts? And how does the rules change in the midst of the contest? Now, if you give a contest and you have specific rules, right? You have these rules that are fucking set. These are the guidelines. This is how it goes. Then the rules should stay that way. There shouldn't be a changing of the rules to suit other people. And that is where the problem comes into play, where now people are saying that the whole thing was rigged because Slapper has been, you know, tracing around with Zorro, right? Him and Zorro have kindled some kind of fucking friendship. Um, I don't know what they are to each other, but it's a friendly dynamic, right? And Pizarro, the past has been her, the trifecta, have been accused of, and why? Don't laugh. Have been accused of rigging contests, right? And pretty much setting up things in a way that they know who's going to win, who they going to give the money to, all that kind of stuff. And and now that Slapper is aligned with Pizarro, he is, when you think of him, you think of her because he has put himself in that particular sector, the beef sector, right? And we do know that, Slapper is black sector. More specifically, I would designate him the dark side, right? And he has been coming out lately, and he's been going into the beef sector, and he's been all beef sector things, which is odd, right? But okay, that's where he's been hanging. But a lot of these dark side people, beef sector people, I mean, black sector people have been finding their way over into the beef sector, which I find odd either. But as well, right? I want to say. But there are other dark side people who have been around for a very long time, and they would not be caught fucking dead in the beef sector. You will never see them niggas over in the beef sector. Now, it's not to say they won't be up in the clouds or something, but touching down and hitting your panel and fucking like kicking it with you that's just not going to happen. But somehow this friendship has been killed. Now, being associated with this particular person, and now you just pop up out of nowhere and you join a contest and you win a contest, but you haven't put in the work, full aspect of what is expected of you, and you all of a sudden win, and one of the people who is backed, like, or like, who falls, who, okay, this is the thing. When it comes to Pizarro, Slap is associated with Pizarro, and then Mo Betta is associated with Pizarro. Like, I don't want to call Mo Betta a do girl or anything like that, but she's frequently on Pizarro's channel, on her panel. She's like, she's always been associated with Pizarro in some kind of way. When this whole thing, when Pizarro was trying to do her little frenemy sector situation, start her own new sector and stuff, Mo Better was part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it's the black KKK, right? You know what I'm saying? The cliques, the crews, and the cults, and that's one of them, right? One of the black KKK members, right? And so when you see certain people in certain camps, when rules are starting to get bent for certain people in certain camps and stuff like that, and they win and shit, like, you are gonna say, oh my god, this shit is not right. So case in point, Jay Dunn jumping out the fucking window, and Jay Dunn going ham and saying this is some rigged ass shit. And then I guess apparently there's a battle between Jay Dunn and Slapadon. Now, I don't know how far that battle's gonna go, because we're dealing with two people who just don't give a fuck. Jaden don't give a fuck, and Slapper, for all intents and purposes, doesn't give a fuck either. They have been through all kinds of shenanigans, both of them, right? You know what I'm saying? They have been through doxings, they have doxed people, they have flagged people's channels, they have done all kinds of shit. They can get down and dirty with each other, and whatever they say about each other will just be old hat, right? Shit that motherfuckers have already heard before, right? It would be different if, say, they were battling somebody who, has something to lose or something like that, and, like saying, like, oh, I don't want this to happen to me, that type of shit, right? No, but we're talking about two motherfuckers who just literally, if these two really get into it, it'll just be Clash of the Titans, like, bitch, I don't care, and bitch, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like, bitch on bitch crime, if you will. Real bitchy out here, if you will. You know what I mean? So, anyways, J Dub feels a way about it, and apparently quite a few other people are feeling a way about it, right? Now, I had heard a little bit of rumblings about this, and I didn't even know what was going on. But that prompted me to go to Mo Bettis, because I'm not subscribed to Mo Better, I don't think, but yeah, I don't believe I'm subscribed to her, but I said, let me go over here and see what the fuck these niggas is talking about. So I was red balling through her shit, and I was like, oh, okay. And I remember initially I was like, oh, this is nice. Now, there was one that was really nice where it was like an AI picture of, Mo Betta with her hair braided and up, and she was drinking, and then she was kicking it with, high fiving with the girls and stuff like that. And there's all these different little scenes and shit going down. I was like, oh, this is fucking nice. I like that, right? So then I looked at the other ones. I was like, okay, well, this is nice too. You know what I'm saying? You got the purple popping, and then, some of it you see like they did like what I call like the stock. It's like the stock, I don't know, what are they considered? Like the stock. I keep thinking of, when I think of this stuff, I think of PowerPoint, like in a lot of ways, right? But it's just like the stock shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like where they'll show like the lights in the city, and they might, you might, they're dropping down as a coffee cup, some kind of shit like that, right? Like it's very simple shit. And that to me is very beginner friendly, right? Especially if you're not one that really deals with AI or graphics or all these different apps, and and you don't really know all the things you really can fucking do. And it's a learning curve, because there was a time when, even when I was doing, the stock images, it's like when I first started out, what I'm saying, my stuff was very simple, but I got better and better with it, because that was my creative passion, and I like to do that stuff, like. And I would even like bounce some of my thoughts off with other CCs, not behind the scenes but on their platforms, and like, hey, check this out, what do you think about this, or da 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 da, did you see this, and da 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 da. And so, and normally when I come out with a new intro or whatever, I will drop it, right? I won't go live, I will actually drop it, and as a video. And then quite a few of this some creators will come through, and they'll give me my props. They'll be like, man, you did your damn thing on this shit, you know what I'm saying? Man, that's, or if they don't have anything nice to say, they just won't say shit at all. But I usually get greater feedback, like good feedback, more than not. So and Slap is very capable of doing that. He is very capable of putting some shit together. So that makes me think, like, when he did it, he just did the song. Now he did say in Mo Betta's live that he wasn't aware that he was supposed to come with a visual. I don't know why he wouldn't be aware of that, but let's just go by what he said. He wasn't aware that he's supposed to come with a visual. He came with a fucking song. But if you see other people with their visuals and stuff, I'm certain you would anticipate or think in your mind, hey, there's no way I'm going to win this shit. And far as what he was saying is that he just came in to be like, to add, to help her show be greater, which, I'm certain he's doing that because he doesn't really know Mel better like that, but he does know, unless he's been talking behind the scenes, because he will talk behind the scenes with you, StreamYards and all that kind of stuff. That could and would fucking happen. He's been around long enough. He has nothing to fucking hide. He just doesn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? He will, if he likes you enough, I think he'll just have a conversation with you, and so on and so forth. And if he's talking behind the scenes with Pizarro, then Pizarro's letting him know who she likes, doesn't like, and all those things and stuff. And hey, can you help my girl out, and da 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 da. So I mean, I don't think there's really as much ado about nothing when it comes to that particular type of situation. Especially if you're just trying to be a filler, like just helping out the situation for the sake of your homegirl, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do my homegirl a solid. I'm gonna help this broad out, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna kill some fucking time because I got some fucking time, and I'm just gonna make it do what it's gonna do. So there's that. But how does the rules get changed to the point where a person who hasn't fully checked all the boxes, the criteria of to be a winner, to win the contest, how do they become a winner? Then how does it become two fucking winners when it's supposed to be winner take all? Now, out of all the fucking things that were presented, because when I was scrolling through and stuff, I was redballing through real quick, I saw everybody with their visual, and then I seen this one where it was like a black screen and you could tell it was just an audio, and I was listening to it. I was like, oh, this is nice little audio. And at the time I didn't know who was who and what was what, and still didn't know after I had saw this, right? I was like, oh, that's a nice little boppity bop bop song, you know what I'm saying? But why does this bitch not have a visual? And I was like, okay, so if I was to pick any of these, I would go with the very first one I saw, which happened to be number one, right? I was like, oh, this is very nice. The transitions is nice and stuff. Initially, when it was playing, is sort of lagging or whatever, but I thought the transitions were nice. I thought the concept was nice. It could always be cleaned up a little bit more or whatever, but just overall, it was a nice package. And I was, you know what I'm saying? And I just thought it was good. Well, come to find out, that was unapologetically Mika's, right? And I found that out just like maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes ago or something, because it came on my timeline and stuff, where unapologetically Mika I don't know how the fuck I seen this shit. Like, how am I seeing these people's shit? This don't make no sense to me. But I saw the shit, right? Where unapologetically Mika, no, it was twice. Mo Better was playing it and saying that this is number one. This was the first contestant. And I was like, oh. And then unapologetically Mika did a post, and her post was saying, you know, how she basically, like, she can get a little bit like, I feel like she's a creative, right? When it comes to unapologetically Mika, I think she's a creative, especially for her to put so much time and into the concept of making this intro, or whether you want to call it intro or outro for Mo Better. And per what she was saying in that long, lengthy ass fucking whatever the soliloquy she put out, right? And that makes me think that she's also a writer, right? Because she just will write paragraph after paragraph of whatever the fuck she's talking about. I skimmed through that shit and I was like, okay, let's just get to the gist of it, which is basically she will not enter a contest no more. She does not want to enter a contest no more when shit is being changed up midway. The rules are being changed up. She had put time into the situation. She said that she did that thing a couple of times over and so on and so forth. And I was like, yeah, I can respect it because I do the shit my damn self for my fucking self, not for others. And I do know like these things take time, right? Even when I did my Pink Panther one, which, you know, people tend to like the Pink Panther the most, even though it's one of my older intros. When you are editing, when you're bringing the concept together, when you're bringing the music together, when you're trying to make the transitions right, and then you'll put it out, and then you'll look at it again and be like, oh fuck, I should did X, Y, Z. Then you'll start tinkering around with it again. Like it's like you put time and energy into these things. So I get what she's saying. Like, for me to put time into the situation, me doing it over a couple of times, me coming with my original music, which I want to say, she said she wrote the lyrics, right? So let's give her original music because she wrote the lyrics for AI to put together to make the beat. Mika needed that prepaid light money. Hey, Leslie, peace in the LBC. Oh my God. Now I just want to be fair because I can be fair. Like, a lot of times people are not fair with me. Hey, Vibrant, peace in the LBC. Pink Panther, okay. You know, that's one of Vibrant's favorite too. Like, she really likes that one. Hey, Mom P. So, a lot of times people won't be fair with me, but I will be fair in this situation. What's up, the mayor? Peace in the LBC. What's going on with you? I'm so glad y'all coming through. I have enough trouble trying to cut my shorts down so that YT don't have a fit, and then the 9 out of 10 is fuzzy looking. Yeah, because it's like a lot of editing involved and stuff. Like when you're putting this stuff together, it's no easy feat, right? And if you are a perfectionist of your craft, you're gonna want to, for it to be the best that it possibly can be, and you will literally put some time into the situation. So I can't knock her about it. So, but I want to be very fair because I do know unapologetically Mika does not care for me. And it's neither here nor there about how I may feel or not feel about her. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, when it comes to these people, it's just y'all all are the Charlie fucking Brown teacher to me. I guess I don't give a fuck. I personally don't. I'm not invested in the way you guys are invested towards me emotionally, but I do understand. I understand that you don't like me. So that's all I fucking need to understand. I don't need to understand anything past that shit more than that. As long as I know that you don't like me for whatever the fucking reason is, you are going to be capable of doing some fuck shit towards me. That's all I need to know. Right? And so I won't be surprised by your shenanigans, the words come out your mouth, any kind of moves you fucking put down, none of that shit. Hey, Drip, peace in the LBC. Hey, Drip. Let me ask you something. Are you associated, tied up with the Rude Dimp in them? Just say yes or no. The Rogue Sea Broad and the Candy People. Is that, or is that another Drip? Just say yes or no. Because I'm not going to talk about it, but I just want to know if I got the right person. You know what I mean? And so anyways, Sister Society, you would have won that competition hands down. I mean, if it was gonna be fair, no, okay, so then it's a different person. All right, thank you. It was gonna be fair, but a lot of times people are not gonna be fair on these things. But I'm just gonna honestly talk about what I saw as far as the visuals and what was presented. Unapologetically, Mika had the best shit. Like, hands down, her shit was the best. And I'm talking from a very creative, like from being a creative, right? Myself, and knowing the time that you put into these things, like, what can be created, what can manifest, just all of it, right? And watching it again, I watched it again. Hey, L Blue, peace and LBC. Like, I saw it play itself out over at Mo Betters when I was fast forwarding through that shit. And then it was posted by itself. And this time it wasn't lagging or anything like that. And I just thought it was nice. Now, could it be cleaned up a little bit here and there on some things? Hell yeah. But I mean, but that is like, that's why it's best, like, when you put some shit out, is to have other creators kind of critique your shit. People who know how to do this shit, that be doing that graphic thing and putting down intros and outros. The best compliment you can get is from a motherfucker who do the damn shit as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I dropped my shit, this last one I had did, when Rob B dropped down, I was like, you did that shit sincere. I was like, man, come with it, Raw. Come the fuck with it, Raw. Because she do that shit. That's her thing. She does that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, it's like, man, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're getting accolades from your peers, right? Your peers or what have you, the people who put it down in that game like that. Yeah, I agree. It was just a bit too long for me, but other than that, it was top tier. Yes, L Blue, it was very nice. And it was lengthy. Like, it was lengthy. But I got some lengthy intros my damn self. I've been called out about them lengthy ass intro. Why is that intro so fucking long? Because I wanted to be. Because my concept took me to a 3 minutes with it. They say for the attention span for these nat ass Negroes, it has to be a minute. It should be a minute, right? But I have intros that are like 3 minutes long. And either you gonna stick around and watch the whole concept, or you gonna move the fuck around. Shit, but my whole little and see, and when I did my Batman Gotham City one, if you look at that whole concept, right, everybody in Gotham City are black. There is not a white person up in there. All the superheroes and all the villains are black. Do you know how much time it took for me to make all these black superheroes and villains? And put everything behind them, that just so, to kind of like speak to what their character is and stuff, and then the music that went with it, and then these other graphics I needed to put in so I can have like the Batman lights flashing up to the beat of the music and stuff, right? Dun 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 dun. Like, you want everything to be in sync. It's like a lot of work that you put into that. So did she place? No, I don't think she won at fucking all. I think that it was Slapathon and one other person who won. Mika did not win. And I just want to say, I feel like she was robbed. That's just me talking. Other people might not feel that way, but I felt like Mika was fucking robbed. You know, she should have won. I feel like the contest rules should have never fucking been changed mid whatever. If you enter a contest, I don't give a fuck when you come in that bitch. Come in prepared. Come to the full scope of whatever the fuck they're asking. You know what I mean? There are some of us who can drop some shit real quick. I am not one of them, right? If I put an intro together, it usually takes me a few days. It could take me a month for a concept. depending on how much shit I got going on around me. Because I'm gonna want everything to be just fucking so. You know what I mean? Like, if I put something there and I'll be like, this is not making me feel something in my bones, right? Like, I gotta feel it when I see it and hear the music. Then I'll come across something else, or I'll do an AI and be like, okay, I need this concept. I need it to look like this. To do I put all the prompts in. It's called putting in the prompts, right? You'll put in the fucking prompts and then it'll come up with something else. And then I'll be like, okay, this is a little bit better, but no, I need it to look like exact. So these things do take time. They take time. Even when I do, like, my concepts for my Highlanders and stuff, this shit fucking takes time. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is not about, it's about how I visualize my people and how I visualize myself. This is Big O. This is Big O. This is Jackie. A lot of you haven't seen Big O before, or Jackie, or even melanated. Like, but you know them around. So when you look at what I present, this is how you're going to see them. This is a visual concept for you of them and us. And it's not far-fetched. Even when they see themselves, they say, man, fuck, that's me. None of you have seen Vibrant before. None of you. But do you see how I made Vibrant in that light? She's glowing. Why? Because our fucking name is Vibrant. She's neither here nor there. She's like basically almost a silhouette. Is she black? Is she white? Is she Hispanic? What is she? Even if you look at her hair, is that straight hair? Is that kinky hair? Are those braids? What is that? You don't, it's like the whole picture itself is an enigma, right? Because she's an enigma. Y'all don't know nothing about Vibrant. Not a single soul of us do. We can speculate, we can fucking guess, we can do a lot of things, but I brought her to visual, to fucking life. And so these things take time. Like, this is artistry, right? This is like a craft. This is putting shit together. Great futuristic yet modern, let me see, black artwork. Yes, thank you, Shah Kim. I appreciate that. So, yeah, she got robbed. At Vibrant Low, I would try to explain how a joke played out, but it's too much to type. Oh, okay. Big O popped out from the bushes. Yeah, Big O's out here, okay? She got robbed. It's the point blank of it, right? And fair is fair, right is right. And if you have a contest, you should not change up the contest rules. And it should go to who is due, who's due. Now, I'm certain the money has went out. There's nothing that probably could be changed at this point. And once people get money in their hands, they're not going to try to fucking give it back. It's a done data. But I think most people are they understand that, right? They understand that this is what the fuck it is, and this is what it's looking like now. And so you see people saying that they're not going to enter a contest no more. One of them being Mika. She said she's not going to fucking enter another fucking contest. Now, what I would say, S3, you're so creative. Oh, thank you, my boo. I really appreciate it. When I have to be inspired too. So the stuff just doesn't happen all the time with me. I have to really get inspired to create something new. But when I do get inspired to create something new, it is going to be, I feel like, an epic work. It's going to be, and I'm going to be happy with it. And I want everybody else to be happy with it. I'd be so excited when I want to, I present it out here. I want you guys to enjoy it as much as I enjoy it, and be able to pick out the little fucking, intricate details and stuff and be like, and see something new every time you look at it, like, oh man, I didn't check that out last time. Like, wait, what? What I'm saying? And it's like fun for you as well as it's fun for me. Now, I would say that, you know, don't make it so that you don't enter any other contest. No, enter the contest, but make sure that the contest is righteous, right? And the person who's presenting the contest is going to be righteous, and they're not going to switch up the rules. They're not going to be part of a go along, get along gang. They're not going to sit up here and be taking directions from grown ass other motherfuckers when you are grown, you have a mind, you know right from wrong, you know how things should be. You should know how it feels if you were going to enter into a situation, how if things got switched up on you. Like, we're all grown people and we know what is right and what is wrong. Hey Queen Diva, peace in the LBC. And so if you're going to enter a contest, understand just understand that you have to look at the history of people and you have to take it from there as to say if this person is going to be righteous in what they do. Like, if they give a contest, have they always paid people out on time? Have they always been fair? You know what I'm saying? Has everything been above board? And stick to those type of contests, opposed to where anything can just flip flop at any fucking moment, right? The flip floppiness of it all. So in the case of Mika, if she's saying she's not going to enter a contest no more, I would just say, hey, don't do that. But maybe you just be leery of entering a contest that has to do with a particular group of people, certain people that are part of the Black KKK, you know. But all of you guys do random weird ass shit, right? All of you do, but this is not where I'm trying to go with it tonight, as to be picking, at everybody's, faults. Everybody's fallible. Man is fallible. Shit. You're not always going to be right, and you're not going to always be wrong. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. And so I'm not trying to pick at that stuff. But in this particular thing, I am saying that shit went awry. Shit got changed up. And sometimes I wonder if we're dealing with crisis actors, if we're like dealing with the Play Runners Guild at this moment, where this shit was put into motion and action, not only to get some other people paid, right? Without them having to make any kind of fucking real effort, but also to have conversations and narratives, and to, for it to spin the block between a select group of people. Because we do know that the crisis actors will come out here, the Play Runners Guild will come out here, they will do all the fucking things so that it will, the content will go around, but they really want to be pushed between certain fucking people. Because we can go from the night that this whole situation went down, right? So Mo Better had her contest, and then next thing you know, Lady Nika had went live, Pizarro had went live. I mean, they were Dragons went live. They were live all fucking night to the fucking next day talking about this contest. You know what I'm saying? You got commentary coming from Jay Dunn. You got people calling people scammers. This shit is like, it's taken on like wildfire. It is wild fucking fire, just ablazing through that particular sector, which is the beef sector. And it's probably being talked about in other sectors, right? But primarily it would be the beef sector and the black sector. Having these conversations. There was a few judges up there. I think RNY was one of the judges. Dragon was one of the judges. I don't know if Mo Better was the host and a fucking judge. Who else was up there? I'm trying to think. I thought I saw Pizarro up there too. You know what I'm saying? I was paying attention, but not really paying attention with these motherfuckers because, like, let me tell you something. I have seen them do really fuck shit to people. And I see them collaborate and get with other people so that they can be shitty towards other people, or, people they deem as their fucking enemy on this bored. Oh, Lemon was a judge too, so Lemon was a fucking judge, and we know that Lemon has been trying to suck farts out of Slapper's ass for the fucking longest, and then he's over there calling Pizarro his cousin. Like, this shit is just weird science across the board. So I want to say that the Play Runners Guild was out there. They were out there doing what they normally do and trying to make it seem like a thing wasn't a thing. But you take, whenever you're trying to run with the so-called in crowd or whatever the case may be, and you done seen them do things time and time and fucking again to other fucking people, and you even so participated in that shit, right? Keeping up the narrative, running the fucking narrative, going along to get along, and jumping on the bandwagon, and oh, thank you for coming to my channel, and then get their enemies become your enemies, and all this fucking things. Like, you know what time it is. You fucking know what time it is because you have been participating in that fuckery for the longest. You know you dealing with Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, the Cutthroat Committee, because you have been running with the Cutthroat Committee. So it's like, don't cry for me, Argentina. There's no reason why one should be out here complaining about some shit that you have seen time and time again has happened to other people, and you excuse the way. But now, because it's happening to you, it is, much ado, right? It's much ado. Now, I can even talk about some shit I heard today, right? Outside of this situation. I've had my battles with people on here, and there are some sisters on here that I had a higher regard for at one point in time. My regard for them is not the same now. But do I deep down dislike them? No. I just disliked what they did. And the fact that they couldn't really speak and be honest about their participation, and it takes two to tango, right? So you want to put everything on me, but that's not how things could possibly be. It takes two to fucking tango. So the lack of accountability of their fucking actions, the lack of accountability of their actions is what my issue with them is, about. And the fact that, they played real stupid and all these other fucking things because they wanted to get along with a particular set of people and stuff. So it was okay to just, throw me under the fucking, throw me out there on the altar of fuckery, if you will, right? But one has to come to, you just gotta, come to peace with it. Like, this is how it went down, and this is what it fucking is. Okay. Now, I've seen some shit. I'm not gonna really speak in details, but, a thought travels far and wide. It just keeps traveling, right? But there's a concept that's coming out right now that even me and Brenda was doing a long time ago. We literally were the first ones to come with this concept. But now it's being brought out with two other ladies, right? Apparently one of these fucking ladies have some kind of attitude with me. Like, this, apparently this broad likes to call in over there to King Romans and talk shit about me. I don't know what's up with that lady. I don't know that broad. I don't even know who her fucking name is. But apparently she has, a feather up her ass about me, which is neither here nor there. But thoughts travel far and wide. But I was just thinking, now look at this shit. How the fuck did you get this concept that really me and Brenda did just so long ago? It makes me wonder. But again, I will come to the fact that a thought travels far and wide. I had said the same thing about it when it came to Brenda doing the high heels contest, but prior to that, it was Skokahana's. Skokahana's idea was the high heels contest. Not Lolo Osborne blocked. Not Lolo Osborne. Okay, but she was ready and available to go live right after the show. Are we talking about Pizza? Pizza claims she couldn't be there because she caught two flat tires. Okay, so she actually wasn't there in the live, but she was live afterwards. I know she was live afterwards, but I don't know Cause like when I was doing the rewind or the red balling through Mo Bettis, I didn't catch every little fucking thing. I was basically trying to see who, like what was presented, because they didn't say who's actual, like they didn't say, oh, this is Mika and this is her fucking concept and this is so and so. They were like numbering people, so I didn't know what was what. I was like, oh, but if I'm just looking at the visuals, I'm saying Mika shit was on. It was on lock. I would have gave it to her. I'm like, man, that's live. But they do these things where they say, okay, we're gonna leave it up to the audience. We're gonna let the audience, fucking choose. Now, a lot of times, I don't think that's a really good. Like voting systems are great. That's true. But we're talking about the Black KKK. We are talking about crews. We are talking about cliques. We are talking about codes. These people are part of these fucking crews and cliques and codes. And they will literally, do some fuck shit. And all the time when you think they don't know about who presented what, you need to re-guess that. I probably wouldn't have known that this was Mika's shit, but there's probably quite a few people who did know that was Mika's shit because they're part of her camp, her friend group, who she talks to on Discords and on StreamYards and behind the fucking scenes and all the things like that. Like, that is her crew, right? Cult clique. You know what I mean? The G Chronicles. Hey, peace in the LBC. That she's, so like this shit wasn't some shit that people weren't, couldn't figure it out. Like no, it was you could figure this shit the fuck out, right? So yeah, I think a lot of shenanigans were in play. A lot of bullshit was put down. Um, I don't play when it comes to people creativity because I understand what it takes to put into that. I don't have to fucking like you to, or you don't even have to fucking like me to say, hey, that was some shit right there. That was some real good shit that was put down right there. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing wrong to be able to admit that somebody did something awesome or did something that was noteworthy or whatever the fuck you can even say it that way. You can say, I don't like this bitch, but this shit right here, that's live. You know what I mean? Like, it's not hard to do that. It's really not hard to do that. And yeah, so they split that pot. Two people got it, so I don't know who the fuck got that shit. Lolo claimed she turned her car in because she was driving it. Wait, okay, wait. Lolo claimed she turned her car in because she wasn't driving it. Repo gate. Oh, she got her car repoed. Ghetto promised her $100, but still hasn't sent it. She's been asking for it on her community wall. What he promised her $100 for? Oh wow. Well, I think he'll give it to her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about none of these niggas no more. Like, it's just weird. Like, Ghetto went live and he's calling out Envy and shit, but Envy is his boy. But he's, talking about how Envy doesn't, stand up for RNY. And I'm just like, what brought you to the fucking game so fucking late? I've been saying this shit. I've been saying this fool ain't out here and he ain't worth shit and he don't stick up for his woman. But I'm probably not the only person who has said this shit. Quite a few other people have said it. Like, you're too late to the fucking game. And I don't know what it is that he's done that's so egregious all of a sudden outside of the fucking shit that he's done before. Like, look at all the shit he has done before, but I guess it just depends on who the fuck he's doing it to. Like, they want to say it's all around Lady Nika at this time, but like, you know what I'm saying? What about the other people he's done fuck shit to? What about that, Ghetto? I don't understand why like, none of you guys are upstanding people. Like, none of you motherfuckers will be pillars of your community in any kind of way because you don't understand what is fair, what is righteous, what is egregious, what is non-egregious, what is better for the collective, the good of all people, what should be nipped in the bud. Like, you don't have a full concept or understanding of it. You want to, Put on your cape and your dun-dun-duns and your underoos and shit for certain women, but then other women, it's okay for fuck shit to happen to them. And this is what I'm talking about. Like I talked about this on my last live where these people are very selective and they're only gonna be like they'll make excuses all across the board for Lemon and his shenanigans, and he'll be doing the worst of worst things, but then they have all this hatred and vitriol for Shakim. And let me tell you something, Payless Pump Roman, you bitch ass nigga, you side missing tooth ass bitch ass you. Let me tell you something. You don't make and you don't create or break a fucking person. Not a single fucking soul. What I really realize about you, nigga, is that you are a nigga who don't have a life. At fucking all. Like you will make it out like you have a life. You'll be out here acting like you shaking it up and doing things, but no, bitch. When you come online, this is the only fucking place where your fucking ass can feel like you have actually done something. Like you come out here with a fucking bully mentality, you and your fucking coven of witches and warlocks, you know, casting spells on people, promoting people to hate other people and to wish ill on folks. And then if somebody feels that way about you or says anything about your fucking ass, you're like, oh my God. Well, you know what, bitch? It can go two fucking ways. But you're a pack of fucking hypocrites. But I could say this one thing about you, Payless Pump Ramen. If anybody's really paying attention to you, like really, really paying attention to you, you act like a lovelorn bitch. I don't know what Shakim did to you, but he pierced your fucking soul, you bitch ass nigga. You come out here and you get to getting petty and you get to windmilling and you want to fucking all the fucking time. Bent out of shape by this nigga. And then you want to call names. Oh, he's dusty and nobody can save you. He is a dusty nigga, right? Per what you say. Do you remember when you was in that dusty nigga's face and he was the bee's knees and you wanted to suck a dick? Do you remember those days? Then all of a sudden it just changes the fuck over real quickly. It just changes so quick. Then you got a whole parade, your whole little fucking coven behind you talking about, yeah, go sister, get on the go sister. Got you out here thinking that you a whole fucking female. You goddamn confused ass bitch you. You stupid hoe. You ain't fooling me. You got these other motherfuckers fooled, but you are not fucking fooling me, bitch. You got rejected. You literally want to suck this man's dick. You wanted to be in his space and part of his life, and something fucking happened. You got rejected. Now you out here like a scorned bitch. You're a scorned fucking hoe at this point. And literally, it's like, yeah, it is a thin line between love and hate. You know, I don't care if you get with Ness. Ain't nothing. The beef sector said, no, bitch, when? Who is the beef sector? Could you tell me who the fuck the beef sector is? Because if we're going to go by what Tish said, Trish, not Tish. If we're going to go by Trish concept of who the beef sector is, you're a whole bunch of goddamn snaggletooth, mentally ill, bummy bitches. Every single last one of you got fucked up teeth. Dusty. Now you, Payless Pump Roman, you definitely need to be just drenched and drowned in some coconut oil. You need some moisture. You look ashy and you look fucking dry. And bitch, you need your teeth fixed. Okay, that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? You're the dusty. You're a cross-dressing bitch. I know for certain, you nigga. Now you've been lately, I think you took them thongs off. Because you ain't been squirming around in your chair as much as you do. But we know for a fact that you be having them thongs stuck right up your fucking ass. Bitch, you probably got sores all down the crack of your ass behind the motherfuckers. just blisters. And that thong just rubbing all through your butt crack. Then you take your ass in the fucking closet with your little blonde wigs over there, okay? Trying to try them all on. Bangs, no bangs, side part, whatever the fuck, nigga. Just on your goddamn Tina Turner. Rolling, rolling down the river. Just practicing that shit with them Payless pumps on. That's you. Hey, Red Wings, peace in the LBC, okay? Why do you always talk about sucking stuff? Oh, well, you know. Let me tell you something, because I just seen some weird ass shit go down. Like grown ass people on this free ass internet trying to tell people where they can and can't go, where they're accepted and not accepted, and all the things in between. I'm like, what? Nigga, you a CEO of YouTube? Google. You got big monies, you got billions, you got millions. Right? You could deplatform people and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, you got all kinds of like, well, you know, you got all kinds of power, right? You know, you got the power. Not. So if you don't like Shot Cam, then let it be that you don't fucking like him, bitch. But for all of us who have eyes to see, we see you. We see that you're a little boy who's been rejected time and time of fucking again. Your ego can't fucking take it. You're big, mad, and pissed that somebody doesn't see you the way you see them. Then you get petty and you come out here and windmilling and stuff and you get to crying to them fucking bitches of Ipswich and shit. And all you hoes come out here and you goddamn brooms and stuff get to flying around, causing chaos and confusion. Or trying to, at least. Bitch, we don't care. We do not fucking care. Like, stay in your fucking lane. Do your so-called beef sector thing, because they weren't even fucking claiming your ass for a while, like the beef sector or whatever. But they must have, when they saw your fucking tooth wasn't there, they said, oh, yep, he's definitely beef sector. Because according to Trish, we already know you got to be mentally ill, so you got that down. Dusty, yes, you are a fucking dusty, goddamn dry ass nigga. And then when they saw the fucking tooth, they were like, oh, bing, 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 bing. Bing, bing, bing. You hit all three gambits. Welcome to the beef sector, bitch. Okay, no, Shakim, he admitted to honest row while speaking of Avatar Nation. Oh, okay. He did admit that him and TRX both like the same thing today. He said he can't do anything with another bottom, paraphrasing. Bottoms up. Okay, Rodney. Peace in the LBC. Then he was over there talking shit about Rodney and shit. I was like, man, look at this whole ass nigga. And I don't even like, it was really weird because I have not been watching him. And it was like today was the oddest fucking day. Like people were coming down my fucking timeline or whatever. I was like, what? And curiosity did kill the cat. So I was like, okay, let me just go see what the fuck is being said real quick. You know what I'm saying? I went in there, I was like, oh my God. This is the weirdest looking ass. This nigga look like a fucking cricket. I said, look at this cricket looking ass, dry, dusty ass, bitch ass nigga right here. And then when Shaw Kim had posted on his wall his side profile of his teeth, I was like, oh, this is bad. This nigga teeth. Lemon don't need to talk about nobody. He don't need to talk about nobody. Matter of fact, you snaggletooth bitch ass niggas just need to shut the fuck up. Just go on and sit somewhere, sit down, have several seats. Go get your goddamn beard of a bitch ass woman you got over there. Go have a goddamn, chai latte or whatever the fuck you guys be drinking and stuff, and shut the fuck up. Matter of fact, put on your Payless pumps and run your ass up and down the halls of the fucking mayor's office or the governor's office or wherever the fuck you think you to our legislation and bitch, get to fucking serving them. Okay, because that's all you can fucking be for they fucking asses is a goddamn coffee runner, okay, and a DoorDash runner, and you know what I'm saying, and then also Paul Revere, so you can deliver the fucking mail, bitch ass nigga. Because it took a minute for me to kind of really fucking like really see it for what it was. I was like, why is this nigga so hell bent? Why? Like, oh, Romeo. Oh, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? I said, oh, a tragedy without the death. You know what I'm saying? But this is a tragedy. Rejection and deceit and duplicity and all the things. I was like, very Shakespearean, very fucking Shakespearean, you know. But we can't expect anything less from the bitches of Eastwick. They're going to come out here with their anthologies and their fucking trilogies and all the fucking things and all their play runners affairs and stuff like that. And they all part of the Writers Guild and all that kind of shit. And they gonna come out here and rewrite history and put in a couple of other fucking things. You know what I'm saying? They gonna lie. They gonna be revisionists. They gonna look. They worse than these fucking white folks. You know what I'm saying? They learned well. They probably come from a long line of motherfuckers was like, yes, a master. They's over there. Let me show you. Let me show you. That's their whole fucking lineage. Mathello, facts. It's the whole fucking lineage for them, okay? So, they can miss me with the bullshit. Nobody wants to be part of some shit that's bullshit. And you guys keep showing motherfuckers how full of shit you are. You're stealing people's money. You're lying into people's face. You know what I'm saying? You playing fucking games. You lying on fucking people. And just everything out here is like desperate. Fucking every move you make is just the acts of desperate ass bitches. You couldn't tell the truth to save your fucking soul. None of you. Then you get all bent out of shape, get all upset. I wish you were dead. Well, bitch, wish it on yourself. Wish it on yourself first. And then take it a step further. Make it happen, Captain. Make it happen. Because wishing on a star for me ain't going to get you nowhere, bitch. It ain't going to get you nowhere. And if you decide to ever fucking knock on a door, come around, or anything like that, bitch, you will be going nowhere ever again in your life. That is a promise. Like, that will be your last travel, weirdo. The weirdos of fucking Eastwick, the bitches of Eastwick, that will be your last motherfucking travels. Anyway, what else happened? Oh, now over in the Mo 3 sector, this is some crazy shit. Jade has a new dude. I don't know if you guys know who Jade is. Jade used to go with SD. She's not with SD no more. She has a new dude, and it looked like Jade and SD and 88 and the new dude had it all out, right? There was some fighting and just all kinds of bullshit that went down. So basically what's been happening in the Mo 3 sector has been a lot of fucking fighting, right? And a lot of capping and trying to save face. I don't know why. Look, when it came to SD, I feel like a lot of stuff was swept under the rug when it came to SD a long fucking time ago. Like with the herpes situation, with and I remember like being over at Max's, right? This is back in the day when me and Max was cool. And I was saying to her, like, this nigga literally is out here saying he has the herpes. And she was like, oh, what I'm saying? What happened to 88? Well, didn't Jade and 88 get into a fight or at least there was a plan or a plot for them to come up to meet together? Because I believe it was Jade was going to fight 88 and then Jade's dude, the new dude, was supposed to fight SD. Now, I don't know if the fight actually went down, but I do know there's been a couple of interviews like where Jade and that dude has been around, right? And they went into the fucking history. One of them being over at TT's of how they met and how long they've been in the game. And it looks to me that they have been dealing with each other for a time, off and on. But Jade, the way this guy presents, Jade was like the back burner broad. Like, she was the last fucking resort for him. He had other things going on, other women he was dealing with, so on and so forth. And now, I got time for you, babe, type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's what the story is. And so, but when he came out here, they're skimming over and glossing over this whole herpes thing. Like, why SD's out here talking shit and all this other stuff is happening. Nobody is talking about the disease riddled part of it. And then also about the part that, he got with Jade at a very young age, SD did. You know what I mean? Now, I think they were trying to put that rap and that bullshit up, Jade and 88's sis fight. Jade and 88 sister. Oh, so Jade and 88 sister fought, not Jade and 88. Okay, okay. Understand. I understand. Well, there's that. There was a fight of sorts, right? Like, or a fight went down. I wasn't keeping up with it because there's been so many. They did fight. Okay, because there's been so many different fights that have happened in the Mo 3 sector. Now, this is one thing I can say about the Mo 3 sector. They will, turn up on each other. They will pull up, get the fighting. It will be some scenarios, and then they will have their sexcapades out there. They will Everything will hit the fan. And I think it comes to the point where it's too much information. It's TMI. Like, I don't want to hear about who's been zooming who for the longest and how long this has been going on, who done gave who a disease. But then in truth, maybe we need to hear this stuff because I'm trying to figure out, like, why these women keep getting caught up with SD and that they open their legs to him. Now, remember when SD got caught up with Emily? Now, prior to the Emily situation being, or Emily and SD, there was Emily and Cam talked too much, but Cam never did it. He did to do with Emily. He was just, reaping the benefits of Emily, if you will, as to say that Emily was giving him money and stuff. She was a staunch supporter. But when Emily got with SD and she met up with SD in that hotel room, y'all remember when all that stuff went down? All of a sudden, she disappeared. Like, Emily fucking disappeared. She never came back. And right around that time when all that stuff was blowing up, it came out that SD had the herpes. Now, I had always wondered, right, in my mind, I had always thought, like, man, did she find out that she got the herpes and then just like skedaddle senorita in a saddle? And I do believe that Emily might have been married. Now, I could be wrong. But I felt like Emily had a dude in her life, or at least he wasn't giving her that much attention, but there was some kind of like main dude, right? Or whatever, right? Now, I think what happened with Emily, I personally think, is that Emily left this bullshit alone. She was a white girl that came into a black sector. She was playing around. She got caught up with the wrong, Negroes, and got with one, right? Which would have been SD, and he gave her the herbs, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm never gonna go to Negro land again. I got burnt in Negro land," and just disappeared. Never to be heard of again, never to be seen again. Just, she took her ass down to the fucking lower bottoms. She took her ass down to the fucking, what I'm saying, whatever. Emily and Sean G too. Yeah, because Emily and Sean G too. Like, she was running around and she was trying to find her, like, a bad boy of sorts or whatever, and we do know that, SD, he'll talk a lot of mess. He'll talk a lot of effing mess. So he'll talk that high power shit. He will, like, he was a Lady MT, I think it was Lady MT's live I was at. She was breaking it down how he's been running around here talking about SD driving that bus, and that he's been like basically picking up on these little girls and stuff, these girls that are like half his age, women half his age, and nobody really wants to talk about that because when he got with Jade, I think, like, he was like in his 30s and she was like in her like 19 or something like that. Like, there wasn't like isn't there like a 20-year difference between him and Jade? But it was like she was really young and he was way older, too old to be looking her fucking way. He should have been looking like at grown women. And they always want to do this age of consent thing, or they always want to talk about, oh, you're considered an adult at this age and that type of stuff. No, a woman is 19 years old. She is not mentally, and this is for a man too. You are not mentally fully developed in your head until you're 25. You're not fucking mentally developed in your head till you're 25. Hey, Kenna, peace in the LBC. So, like, that don't make no sense. And what 30-year-old, because you are now beyond the age of 25, your mind has fully mentally developed. What 30-year-old is looking backwards? They are usually looking at their age group. Like, if they do go backwards, it would be like 27. You're dealing with full grown people. A 27-year-old and a 30-year-old makes sense. A 30-year-old and a 33-year-old makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. But a 19-year-old and a 30-year-old doesn't fucking make any sense. This shit makes no sense. And Jade, it looks like Jade had been cheating on him, right? But he has been cheating on her as well. Like, you see a lot of tit for tat, a lot of cheating, a lot of other fucking things. But also, you have the herpes. What about the damn herpes? Can't nobody tell me that fool don't have the herpes. I mean, didn't Jade even come out with the bottle of medicine? And I'm wondering, like, because this dude that, Jade is with right now, this new dude, he's literally saying that he don't have the herpes. That I don't know if he got tested. I think he got tested or whatever, but he doesn't have it. He has a clean bill of health. But dude, how do you know that? Like, are you getting tested every 3 months or whatever the case may be? Like, how long have you been laid up with her? Like, is she getting tested every 3 months? Like, where is the clear of it all? Because we all remember when Jay came out with that bottle of medicine. Do y'all remember that? When she came out, when she was going balls to the wall, when she was going crazy, she came out with the bottle of fucking medicine on SDS. Then they tried to retract that thing, walk that situation back. You had 88 out here saying it was a play and stuff, and she had been laying up with him too. Like, the whole thing is just sick. It's sick. But suffice it to say, Jada's with a new dude. He seems to be with it at this moment with her. But I want to say, from the conversation I saw over there at TT's and some other places, she was like a last resort. Okay. His prescription, yeah, shame and a scandal. And girl, shame and a scandal. Let me tell you something. The last time you were here, it was an uproar when it came to you and some of the things you had to say. And I want to say, you know what I'm saying? I understand what you said, and I do support you in it, because I do believe there's a lot of people that be out here playing games, and because they've been around long enough and they've been in these particular sectors and they've been maneuvering and setting up the okie dokes for shit, they just think they can get away with anything. They think that they can get away with anything. They think people don't remember the shit that they have done prior to before. Now, me, I won't catch every fucking thing. Like, because half the time I don't care what these people are doing, to be honest. Like, I'll talk about a thing in the fucking moment, but I remember it for that moment, for that particular life in that time. And after that, I'm discarding it. Like, I'm not thinking about you no more. It's just what happened on the sector in that particular day, that particular week, or whatever. And then, some new shit has happened and I'm moving right along. But there are people who are subbies and people who are CCs and even trolls, if you will, that have been around for a very long time, and they keep up with all this shit and they remember all the things that these people have done. And I would say, shame and scandal, you are one of them. You have been aware of many of the things that people have done on this app. You'll even remind me, and I'll be like, fuck, I forgot about that. And some of the stuff I don't remember, right? I'm like, man, I missed that one. But you're not like this outlier. You are one of many people who remember the history and stories of quite a few of these people and the things that they put down in the situations and circumstances. The problem with them, though, is that when they get caught, right, or when they put down some more bullshit, and one is there to speak to what the fuck they did, they don't like it. Then they want to turn into victims. They want to turn into Karens and Darrens and all the things in between. And then they want to get a whole bunch of people to feel a way about a person and stuff. You know what I'm saying? As if that don't take away, like that's going to change the truth of them. No, it's not going to change the truth of you. It's not going to change the truth of the situation. It is what it fucking is. No matter how many people you get to support you behind it and how many narratives you spin and how many lies you fucking tell. Because the truth is always just going to be the truth, point blank and period. You know, and I've had a couple of sisters over here before who have called out some of these, what I call rosewood hoes and stuff, have called them out. And it'll fall back on me. It'll be like, oh, sincere allowed this. And then, the kumbayas will come around. It'll be a problem with the kumbayas and all the fucking things. Like, man, stop playing with me. Really stop playing with me. Because when the shit happened back then and when the shit is happening now, I stood in the gap and I was like, yeah, that is true. That is fucking true. It's a few of them. I can say them by their names. It's a couple of these brides that just move around in these particular black spaces with the fuckery. They not going to stop doing it. They going to continue to do it. There'll be passes for them left and fucking right, and it just is what it is. Like, nobody can change it, but that is part of the game. That is part of the YouTube game. Like, we've seen it and done it and been through it and all the things. Like, we've been around here long enough to know that this is how the fucking story goes. This is how the story goes. And I'm just like, I think I do need to come live more often, but really my heart ain't been in it in that way, because it's like, man, it's the same old two-step. Nobody got time for all the hating and stuff, but I'm not going to hate on you. I'm just going to talk about what is happening in these particular sectors. And you're going to do what you've been doing, being a hating ass, hater made ass bitch that you fucking are. And then you'll catch it on a replay. You might be in my skybox. You pop in and out and stuff. You go around, tell a fucking story, 2 or 3 or fucking 4, get somewhere else, talk some buku shit, be in a corner and just do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? It's the nature of you. And I'll do what I normally do, which is be over here, say my shit, and don't be looking for your ass. Cause see, that is the first thing you guys say. Oh, you came over here and you hit this person's link and you did X. No, but that don't go for me. It might go for some of the other people, but it don't speak for me. Cause I ain't really hitting none of y'all links. It's rare when I do hit a link, and if I do hit a link, it's because I'm trying to support that person. Like, I'm actually trying to see their channel grow. Now, folks will always want somebody to choose. They always want somebody to be, kind of like on their team, gang, gang, gang. I'm not gang, ganging like that. Like, I don't have time for the gang, gang, gang scenarios. And that's why things will be the way it's going to be with me, because I'm not going to team up with you to fucking be an asshole towards another person. I'm not going to suck a fart out your ass just so that I can get this, that, and other, whatever the fuck your demonic asses is giving out as fucking door prizes. I'm not going to do none of those fucking things. I'm going to like who I fucking want to like. And, all the other stuff is bullshit. Because it doesn't necessarily mean I dislike you. It just means you don't get to control me. And I think there's a lot of people out here who just want to control other people. I don't have time to be trying to control you. I got to control my own fucking life. I don't have time to be trying to dictate policy to you about how you are as grown people and what you fucking want to do. I have to control and dictate policy to my own fucking self, okay? That's what grown people fucking do. Do you understand that? Do you understand that, you weirdos? Um, oh, is that you?
Shalom, what's going on with you?
What's going on with you? Peace in the
I,
LBCs.
I appreciate your ass for last night, man. I wasn't expecting none of that shit.
Oh, well, I'm glad I came over and participated and stuff. I was gonna hit the link, but then when Be Easy and John hit the link, I was like, okay, this is cool right here. Because I feel like, when you brothers get together and you guys are having conversations and stuff, it's like, for the men folk to have their conversations, like it was the moment for you guys, you know, and I think that I'm glad that you guys are all connecting, like, and don't worry about what Shakima says because I've been watching a lot of stuff that's been happening around here, and Shakima's a do girl and she's a fucking follower. Like I remember the days when she was talking buku shit about Lemon and the beef sector and all the people in that sector. Now you can't tear this bitch away from that fucking sector. And I fucking remember the fuck shit she had did. Like, yeah, man, let me just go and put something on display real quick, okay? Because you remember this shit, Shakima? And Rex, you're you know, let me not say this about Rex. I don't dislike Rex, but let's just put this on display. This is the type of bitch you are, so you're in the right place to be fucking real. Hold on one second, Malek Dunn. Let me play this real quick, okay?
For
Mm-hmm.
sure.
You say anything for me, girl. I say that shit myself. Fuck you want to feel about me. But one thing you're never going to do is say it to my face. And that go for anybody. So this internet shit is just internet shit. That's why niggas ain't saying that to them niggas like that. I don't need niggas to say nothing for me, girl. I say that shit myself. I don't see not one Highlander, man. I'ma wait though. I'ma wait. Y'all was over there, dog. Y'all heard her. Y'all know that she questioned him about what here and what company I. I was told, hey, I was going on about my fucking day. I was told, man, you need to look at that shit. You need to look at that shit and listen to her. Why did it? What? He only know what I tell him, just like I only know he tell me. What the fuck? But you got Rex on here. The same nigga you talking about. How can she question Rex? You mean the same nigga that said you're a fucking 5-year-old? I didn't know. Just like I.
Now, did you hear what she said?
Yeah, that bitch always talking shit about people, then always in that chat and shit. A little bit.
Now she said this about Rex. She said
Yeah.
she likened Rex to a pedo, right? And you know what that was all behind? You know why that all came about? Because
Uh-uh.
I told her fucking ass when I said like you're literally hanging with a pervert. Talking about Rich Bleezy. We know for a fact Rich Bleezy was on my channel talking about he was 19 years old messing with a 13-year-old. Hey Salt, peace in the LBC. And you know Shakima barely gets anybody over there. They want to talk about me not getting nobody, but Shakima barely gets anybody at her channel. And Rich Bleezy and Yagged Lights and a few of them start sniffing around over there, and she wanted to be so chummy and friendly with them. But I had been told her that Rich Bleezy was a perv. And she got mad because I pointed that fucking shit out while you was sitting up there laughing in this pervert's face, which there was a whole live. Okay?
Wasn't she cool with some pedophile that disappeared though? Some little African dude or some shit? I
You say
forgot
what
his
happened?
name. Wasn't she cool with like some pedophile or some shit, and then she just like nodded off, like she was like it was nothing to her. And then the dude that supposedly was a pedophile, he ain't even on YouTube no more. Like he
See,
just
now
left.
that's another thing. So I think that's why she's very comfortable about these particular things. Because I was not certain about that, but I've heard about that. But I know for a fact that I said out my mouth to her that Rich Bleezy is a fucking weirdo. Okay, he is a fucking weirdo, and I'm telling you because he was on my live. I'll never forget that live. It was me, Brenda, Joe and Cool, and I think one other person, but we were all taken aback by this fool talking about he would do it again and he would let that shit happen to his children. They're 19, like they're 13 and a 19-year-old can mess with them type of thing, right? And so when I bring this shit up, she all of a sudden, she has never ever said anything like that about Rex. Never said nothing like that about Rex. She never like gave me a heads up or said Rex is this way and that way ever. Mind you, I'm saying this shit to her way before this conversation. So, in order for me to be on the same level as her, because she wants to put me on the same level as her, she's gonna say, "You're hanging around Rex. Rex is coming around, and he wanted to mess with his, 5-year-old. Bitch, when? When did I ever come out his fucking mouth? Bitch, when has I ain't never heard no shit like that before in my fucking life until right fucking now when you're saying the shit after I call you out about Rich Bleezy. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? But this is the type of shit that this broad does. You know what I'm saying? Like weird ass shit like that. Gip jumped on that fucking train. All of them. All of that stuff was behind them and their little fucking love affair. They're so mad. I don't even know if them niggas really was in a relationship, but I know a good part of that whole fucking display that they put down, Gip and her, was all because they were trying to give what's that broad that hang with Lady Law and them? The one that sound like a man. What's that bitch's name?
No, but
Huh?
why did Beach always fucking with married men though?
I don't know why she's always messing with married men because that whole MBK thing, like she's always trying to come out here and talk like she talk a big game, like she just got this very strong moral compass and stuff like that. But she'll come out here and lie on a person real fucking quick. She will open her legs to married men left and right. Then she want to talk about whose page is boring. Bitch, your page is boring. Your page is boring, but I wouldn't give a fuck if you thought my page is boring or Malek Dome's page is boring, whoever's page is boring. You're a weird bitch who likes to fuck married men. Okay, you like to hang around pedophiles, right? You know, or pederast. Okay, you like to hang around those type of fucking people, and your word can't be trusted. You will fucking say one thing 1 minute and then turn around and say another thing the next minute. You will smile on the person's face even though you've been talking shit about them all the fucking time, before. You ain't shit.
She used to talk mad shit about Beasley, and then she over there smiling his face. Beasley gave a little bitch a wrench and shit. I was like, bitch, you just a fake ass little bitch, ain't you?
Not Lemon said he going to meet Gip. Well, go on, let him meet Gip. You know what I'm saying? Let him go on and meet Gip. You know what I'm saying? Because now I don't know if she ever met up with Gip, but he's a married man. She definitely been running around here, you know what I'm saying, playing the fucking role with Gip and shit. Before that was MBK. That's her fucking thing. How's Beasley doing? He ain't doing. He passed away. Now some people don't think Beasley passed away. I really believe Beasley passed away because
I'm
it's
not
nothing.
sure. I
Huh?
don't mean to cut you off. I'm not sure on that. I mean, Clyde said he did, but I don't know. I think Beasley might come back next year or so. He used to
I,
always
I
come on my channel and shit. And when he came back, he used to always come to my channel before people even knew he was alive. Like he was
I
back.
that last time though when he was like he was in some kind of facility or something was going on. I feel like he passed, but like some people like in hopefully he didn't pass, right? But I really believe he fucking did. And I just want to say because like when it come to Beasley, me and Beasley used to have our back and forth. He didn't call me out my name, all kinds of fucking things. And I usually don't I don't deal with people in that matter, but I never really felt no type of way about Beasley in that way. I just felt like he was like a old grumpy man, an honorary ass Negro. You know what I mean? And I just like when it came out that he passed, I was like I felt bad for the situation. I did.
Do you know some YouTuber named RE?
Yeah, I know RE. They trying to say RE ain't dead either. I mean, that was
I
Shakima's
think she passed.
situation, right? She was going to town about RE. That's
Mhm.
why when all that shit happened with NY and stuff like that girl NY and Envy and all that stuff, a lot of that shit was surrounded around the RE situation because RE used to hang with somebody named Angie and they were trying to say that that girl NY was Angie. Or yeah, they were trying to put that shit on her. And all because Gip was flirting with NY. NY was fucking curving his ass, but because Gip was fucking flirting with NY, this bitch got mental and crazy. And next thing you know, it's like she's one of these other people from Nowheresville. Like, we don't know what the fuck you talking about. Next thing you know, you have a whole fucking hate campaign towards me, melanated, that girl NY. You done tap dark side people into the situation. Y'all over there are envies on a whole fucking, you had the Rosewood hoe. The Rosewood hoe, the one who wants to fucking read Uncle Remus books to her mythical half breed children, racist books to mythical half breed children. Like if I end up having a baby, with Newport, because Newport's black. Well, you have a baby with Newport. I'm gonna read these Remus books. These are my childhood books, and my uncle used to read them. You racist hoe, you. Yeah, stop playing with me. That whole lot of them was over there on envies with the bullshit. But all this was triggered. You know what I'm saying? Re actually isn't dead. Well, thank God she ain't. You know what I'm saying? But if
Yeah.
she's not dead, why the hell are you trying to make anybody associated with her got to do with me? Like, you were just upset that Gip was out here flirting with people, and they're like, that's what the nigga do. And how is all of a sudden you got so much weird ass stuff to say about Rex, right? You have this weird ass shit to say about fucking Rex. But before you and Gip were trying, Rex would be on your panel. And you and Gip over there having conversations with Rex and planning to meet up with him and stuff. And, you guys are joshing with him and all kinds of fucking things. And not there one time then were you guys trying to make him out to be some kind of pedo. That's what I'm saying. You make up stuff about people. And then Rex was so upset, and he was over here talking about it. He was like, no. But they were trying to hammer that. They were trying to put this label on this man all because they were trying to say that I was entertaining certain kind of people. No, bitch, no. You like to entertain not only married men, but pedophiles. You're a backstabbing whore. You will talk about people like a dog behind their back and then smile in their face. You ain't shit. And anytime you see a motherfucker talking shit about me, but you jump on the bandwagon because you a hating asshole. But they don't know what they entertaining. They don't understand that you the devil incarnate. They don't understand that you've been talking shit about them. Every single last one of them motherfuckers in the beef sector that you put up in their face, you have talked buku shit about all of them. The whole lot of you was a pack of dingbats, if you ask me, though. But go ahead, Malek. I'm sorry. She got nerves to say anything.
Oh no, you good. When I don't even take none of that shit serious. When she talking about content and shit, it's like, bitch, most of your content is like talking shit about everybody or trying to clear the air with shit. Like you never had any meaningful panel with anybody of substance over there. They're all RE rejects and shit. All them people used to be on RE shit, hella tough and shit, on RE dick, all that shit. Then everybody get into it. Now RE ain't this and she this and all this motherfucking shit. It's like, bitch, you ain't even from out here for one, so stop fucking claiming this motherfucking place. Bitch, you from LA. I
Where is
don't
she
know.
from? Like, really? Like, is she from New
I don't know
York?
where she from. No, she from LA, I believe, Compton or some shit. I
Not from
think.
Compton. She from Compton.
She from,
Okay.
well, she from Oakland too, though. So when I first met
Yeah.
her, she said she was from Oakland. So I was like, okay. And then as soon as we get into it now, I'm from Compton and this and that. I was like, hold up, bitch. For years, you been saying you was from the town, though, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck kind of old weird shit is this shit, bitch? Do you know where you from?
And then when Scorpio Goddess wanted to fucking shoot the fair one with her, throw them things on her fucking ass, she was hiding out. Then tried to make it seem like she wasn't fucking hiding out. Bitch, we all saw you hiding out. Scorpio Goddess Queen was out there. She was out there. Letting it be known exactly where she was. It ain't hard, bitch. You could have went to the East Mile Mountain. Well, I mean, you would have been at the police station, but man, you could have went right over there on, on International, bitch.
Scorp is always ready, man. She always ready to beat that bitch ass. I'll be telling Scorp to just back down because this little bony bitch ain't worth it. But Scorp gonna manhandle that bitch. Like the
Mm-mm.
way she talks, you don't even know what's in store though.
And it's sad. And then when she tried that stuff with that. Now I don't really give a fuck about this audio pope dude or whatever because he's another fucking poser. You know what I'm saying? Like he's another one with that bullshit, be talking that bullshit and
I'm
stuff like
cool.
that.
Cool. I'm cool with it. I don't have no problems with audio pope.
Okay, that's fine, but
I like a little better.
I feel like he's a poser. How the hell you gonna Uber to a fucking fight with Lemon and then don't have a fucking fight? Like, make it make sense. And why are you Ubering to a fight in the first place? But my thing is that he was trying to not even go into it with Shakima like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what sense does it make for him to have a fight with Shakima? She's a bride.
I think she the one that be putting that shit on that shit though. She be fighting all kinds of men though. She put it upon herself to all want to fight. She tried to fight me. She tried. I think she got at Big Riggs at one time. That's how I came across him before. I heard of his name and shit, but I didn't formally get introduced until I came over here. But I heard
Yeah.
about his name because that stupid bitch was bringing him up all the damn time. I'm like, bitch, you don't even know the man. How you gonna get at him like that? You don't even know him.
She was feeling some type of way because he had been coming around over here and stuff like that. And she wanted to drag him because, like, when Big Rig, like, okay, there was an influx of people that had went over to Big Rig's channel, but what he didn't really know, unbeknownst to him at the time, they were gunning for me. And a couple of people were part of that party. The Rosewood Hoe, Fuck Lord, you know what I'm saying? Shakima, some of the dark side people, which I don't even understand why they tapped their ass into the situation, but they did. And they were all hovering over there at Big Rigs. And Big Rig was more like a new content creator, and it was a plot. It was a plot for me to get into it. I got into it when it finally did come to a head. I had got into it with Fuck Lord, Envy, Snoop, and the Rosewood Hoe. It was one other person that night on Big Rig's channel. But the whole reason why they were scoping out his channel the whole time, they were all plotting on him, and it was all behind me. They weren't there to support him. And then when me and him didn't fall out, like if we didn't become enemies or anything like that, then he became like the object of her vitriol and animosity.
If that bitch gets rejected, if she gets rejected in a place, she gonna go to her shit and talk hella shit. She only gonna go to where the fuck she gonna get accepted. How many times did the bitch get in it with the old dude in Philly, and then she always over there? So she gonna go where she accepted at, where people ain't gonna press her on nothing and shit. That bitch don't stand no shit.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I think she's sucking up his ass too, right? Like now she's over there messing with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you were talking about him like a dog, like y'all didn't like each other. So it seemed like she has circled the wagons with all these particular black sector and beef sector people that they have rejected her, or she, for the most part, she had got rejected. You know what I'm saying? But they will use her whenever they find it like feasible to do so. Like for instance, Candy Cartel will. If she sees her to be useful in a moment, all of a sudden she'll be real nice to motherfucker Shakima ass, say a little one or two things, and just then she'll drop right in fucking line. But just not too long ago, prior to that, you had Law and Candy and all the rest of them on your fucking top. Like, make it make sense.
That bitch hella fake. You remember when that bitch got in it with Buddy Lee? And then she back over there and shit sucking on his dick.
I mean, I'm just like, it's the
That bitch
loop de
was.
loop of it all. The loop de loop of it all. I'm just like, man, this none of it makes any sense. So I'm like, how do you ever have nerves to say anything about somebody's channel or what the hell you think is crack-a-lacking over there, popping over there, or not popping, bitch? You're in a whole entire space where you have dogged and talked about all these people, but you're with the fakest of them all. The fakest of them all. You're in the right place to fucking be real though. You were in the right place to be real. But they were all over here acting a fucking fool with me and feeling some type of way because Lemon came over here and all these other fucking things in between. Whatever reasons and excuses they were fucking giving, and they were talking about these people in the beef sector. Oh, wow, that's where you wanted to be. How come you just couldn't say, hey, I want to be in the beef sector. I want to be accepted by the beef sector. I want to be part. Like, and I'm talking about the dudes too. So now I'm side eyeing all them fucking dudes. I'm like, oh, you bitches is really, really sketch. Like you guys was over there the whole time, lovelorn and, enthralled, and you know what I'm saying, and hypnotized by Lemon and a whole bunch of a host of others. You just wanted to be accepted. You just wanted to be part of that crew or whatever you were. And I wasn't even trying to be part of no crew. I'm just out here doing content and stuff. But y'all really wanted to be part of. Now you see them all out there just like, you know what I'm saying, they done found them little fucking, beef sector buddy to team up with. I'm like, man, you can't make this shit up. You can't make it up, but like it's weird.
She weird. That bitch don't know what the fuck she doing. She
They're
say
all
she
weird.
first of all she say a lot of us don't have lives, we don't have friends. But bitch, you on this motherfucker, what was it, Memorial Day? I get a kite that you having a live with that unseen pussy bitch and that other little bitch, and y'all talking about me. I'm not even on YouTube. This was a few years back and it's on my
Mm.
channel. They sitting there having a conversation about me and I don't even know these motherfuckers exist. Why is my name even being brought up on your channel?
She does that a lot. Like, she's a useful idiot. Like they'll use her when it's necessary, right? Well, then whenever they call themselves like maybe want to do a gangbang or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna take this lie but from this lying ass bride who likes to fucking sleep with married ass men and hang around pedophiles and shit, and I'm gonna spread this shit. You know what I'm saying? And whenever they start using particular people like that to spread fucking, deception and lies about people, I'm gonna have to look at them. You know what I'm saying? At this point, the whole lot of them is some, like pedo protectors and some lie spreaders and some fucking, adulteress and other things, because that's what they uplift when they be uplifting this bride. Like that's what you uplifting. It's like, dude, stop
What
playing with me.
what I learned the most on YouTube with the sectors and the clicking up shit, the longer, if you just wait, the more patient you are, people are going to talk themselves off a ledge. They're
Yeah.
you're usually gonna see the truth after a couple of episodes. So give it a couple of episodes, then you're gonna really see what these motherfuckers are worth. Then you're gonna
Yeah.
start realizing, damn, everybody falling out with this motherfucker. It might be something wrong with this bitch.
I mean, but they be trying to put that stuff on me. They're like, how many falling outs that I didn't have with everybody? You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Sincere got to be the problem. How so, Sway? Because really, am I falling out with you or are you falling out with me? Like, really, like, what is it? Because I remember when all that stuff popped off with Shakima, she got upset and it was all behind that girl NY and Get flirting. When it was all said and done, it was like, oh, you feel a way about those two flirting. That's what your issue is. And oh, because I wouldn't fucking mistreat a person and I didn't go along with this whole Angie, whoever this mysterious Angie person. I was like, girl, I don't have to go along with this shit. I don't even know who you talking about. I don't know who you talking about. Stop playing with me. So I think they will fashion it and frame it and make it seem like one person is the problematic person when really it's other scenarios and other situations going down. They will fashion it and they will get behind the scenes, get the, sending kites to each other and chatting and plotting and devising scenarios. They do it all the time. Mm-mm. That's why I've always found it best to show everyone who you are from the jump. That's usually why I got along with most people. Well, I tried, so you know what I'm saying? I try to be nice and fair and kind with people, and that is who I am. But they weren't getting their way. And
Is
I
that
quite a
sinister
few,
salt? Is that sinister salt?
yeah, that's sinister salt.
Oh, what's good with you, bro? I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, that's him. He didn't change his
Changed
name.
his name.
But
Yeah.
he watched me go through a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, that the people just weren't getting their way. You know what I mean? And so like if you don't get your way, then you just gonna ostracize a person, you're gonna jump on bandwagons, you're gonna spread stories and all that stuff. Okay, then that's what time it is. And that's but I learned like these are not the type of people I want to be around. Like I don't want you around me. Like you're weird and backwards, and then you're fake as fuck. You can't trust nothing that come out your mouth. Because I don't understand how you could say in one breath that you don't like a person and they're this way and that way, make up names about them, all kinds of stuff. And next minute you in their face trying to be their best friend. Like where they doing that at? Where they do that
She
at?
get, she get into too much shit. Like you gotta see the scripts with this bitch. She get into too much shit, and then she goes to her little funky ass channel and start, the little people that do go over there, they blow smoke up her little ass, and then she think what she doing is right. But it's like, bitch, how you fall out with all these people, bitch? All these fucking people. And then you still talking and you think people jealous. You're nothing to be jealous of, bitch. I don't think you understand, bitch. Like you're a failure, bitch. All that money and the shit that you own don't mean shit. Cause you stay on YouTube, you stay glued to this motherfucker, and this shit is your life. Real shit.
Like Salt says, I admit you did try to be nice at first, but don't forget when I told you that it's time to talk shit as well. But you can't talk shit and be pretty and light skinned. Then your ass posted that avatar. He did like Salt trying to tell me, it was like, man, I had dropped a whole bunch of avatars, like an avatar series, right? I dropped my avatars. And when I dropped my avatars, he was like, you need to get rid of them. Like, get rid of them, because they all he wasn't lying though. As soon as I dropped my avatars, they went crazy. That couldn't be me. I'm this way and that way, and this nigga don't like you, bitch. I'm like, I don't care if he like me or not. I don't like him. I never liked him. Like, are you tripping and flipping? Like, they were out here crazy. Next thing you know, all the people that I was cool with, they done fell out with me. Like it was just a lot. It was a lot of craziness that hit. It was bad. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. And so, and right around that time, that's when I ended up falling out with the 2.0s and all kinds of shit. Like they all was out here with the bullshit. I was like, man,
I had to fall out with a couple of people when I first went over there, and I had got introduced to Third Ward and all them and shit. I guess we all, I wouldn't say I fell out with them. I still have a conversation with them, but I guess by default, because me and Squirt fell out with Shakima bitch ass, that shit just, you know what
it
I
went
mean? It
down.
just like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, 'cause I ain't got no problem with that. I don't know them like that. Shakima a lying ass bitch. So whatever little shit that bitch put in there, everybody head over there, they gonna run with it because they fuck with her. And I ain't mad about that shit. But on some real shit, I don't have a problem with nobody over there. The only problem I got is with that bitch. Cause she a lying
Yeah.
ass bitch. You know what
Because
I mean?
they people be camping up. I call it the black KKK, the cliques, the crews, and the cults. You know what I'm saying? They be clicked up like that, and then you know what I'm saying. Then all these people want to jump on the bandwagon. Like, what you jumping on the bandwagon? I have problem with this person. I don't have problem with you. So why the hell are you jumping in this? If I have a problem with you, I will call you out. But I am dealing with this particular person. But you can't just have the one-on-one with the person that you have an issue with, because they want to be out here like some gangbangers or virtual gangbangers. You know what I'm saying? They can't fight their own fight by themselves.
That's
Or
the shit that happened. That's the shit that happened with me and Unseen Soldier. Like he keep coming at me on some shit that I'm just responding to. So the shit that happened with him, African Goddess and shit like that, every little thing that I do, I could be LOLing in the comment section. Woo, woo, woo. Why the fuck is you just zeroed out on me, bro? Just for laughing, or you know what I mean? Just commenting, or not even commenting, just a fucking reaction to the whole
yeah,
situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't even no reason to have that shit, but he a bitch too. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. You can hear this shit, you a bitch too, because you sitting here saying a man should do this and that, but yet you over there with two bitches on a Memorial's Day, I believe, talking about me. I don't even fucking upload shit like that, homie. So what the fuck is my dick in y'all mouths for? I'm not even on this shit like that.
I haven't seen him in a while. Like, is he still around? Did I hear? Did I hear who? Did somebody? They got her. They got who? Did you hear? Did you hear? They got who? Dr. Soapy, what are you talking about? Where's Unseen? I haven't seen him. Like, is he gone? Like, where? I don't think he's around anymore.
Maybe.
Huh?
I said maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, like I
Man,
think he's like he was hanging around for a while. Oh, they got Mod. Oh, yeah, that's another one. I heard about her too. See, look, I keep telling people that there is a clique of these white women, and they've been running around these black spaces for a very long time, and they have been getting, like, I feel like the coon pass, if you will, right? The coons have been giving them passes. They've been saying little slick things, little covert things, you know what I'm saying? Not overt, but covert. And now, she done finally used the N-word. Well, let me tell you something, Dr. Soapy. It always culminates to that. It always comes to a head, and then they get caught up in their effery, and then the coons were gonna come in, and it's gonna be a cleanup on aisle, whatever the fuck. And it's gonna be a kumbaya, and they're gonna like sweep it underneath the rug, and she's gonna be just fine, right as rain,
well,
right?
what sector is this? What happened? What sector is
This
this?
is in the beef sector. Hey, I'm Muffy. Peace in the LBC. There's a lady. Her name is Terry Me, right? And Dr. Soapy calls her Mod from the show. Then came Mod. You ever seen that show, Mod? The Mod show?
Yeah, yeah. No, I watched the
Yeah, he done went way back in time with that shit. I was like, God dang, not Mod. And so anyway, she didn't got caught. Okay, so I guess because she thought she was saying it to another white person, she got up there and called that person the N word. Who was she calling the N word? PA? Was she calling PA the N word? So they're checking her right now about her using the word. But I'm saying this is bullshit. Now she's 70 years old. Well, then if she's 70 years old, she's really set in her old ass ways. She's set in her ways, and she probably calling people colored, and you don't even fucking know it. You know what I'm saying? She probably
I
still calling people color.
never heard of this. This shit crazy. Hell no.
She used the N word. And look, this is Lemon's henchman. Okay? It was PA. Okay, so she called PA the N word, right? See, she got comfortable with it because Lemon been over there. Lemon been like, protecting her because he's a coon, right? I'm saying, and he be on a kumbaya train and stuff. And that whole little cast of characters have been like surrounded around Lemon. And see, now it's time for Lemon to pay the piper. He's not going to be able to rest in the strength of his color. You know what I'm saying? And the strength of being a fucking black man who could stand on business. No, he's going to have to kowtow and do the coon dance. He
Yeah,
going
I don't know
because
too
she,
much. I don't know
huh?
too much about. I didn't mean to cut you. I don't know too much about Limit. I just know he was talking to Clyde at one point. That's all I
You
had
know
got.
that was bullshit. That was not real. That could not
Yeah,
be real. But she was giving him money. I couldn't believe it. Now, could you believe it when Clyde Diva was giving him money?
I don't know why she did that.
What she
I
do
don't
that
know.
for? Because she could have played him up out of some money. Like, I did not understand that situation. And then I really didn't understand when she came out here trying to attack me and shit. I was like, girl, whoever put you on this dummy mission to act a fucking fool with me, I hope it really was worth it. Because let me tell you something, there was no need. Like, all of them have abandoned you. Like, where is your fucking crew that you was over there stepping fetching for? Like, where's VS and the rest of them hoes that you were doing the dance for, Clyde Eva? Like, just stop it. Because I had never done nothing to you and went out of my way to do nothing to you and was be respectful of you. You know what I'm saying? But she used that opportunity. I don't know if you saw it though. As China White was over here, and China White don't, she don't be feeling it for Clyde Diva like that. And Clyde Diva happened to be on a link as well. And China said something, and then Clyde was like, "Are you talking to me? Are you talking like?" And she's like, "Well, I wasn't, but if you can be addressed to you," so it just kind of went up from there. And then Clyde Diva went live and tried to blame everything on me, and I became the problem. I was like, "Bitch, are you crazy? Are you crazy?"
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, it
But
was just it
I
was
fuck with Clyde Digger though. I don't got no problem with Clyde.
I don't
Shout
have a
out to
problem with Clyde Diva either, because in truth, I don't dislike her. I just think what she did was like a real fucktard move. Like it didn't make any sense for her to act in that manner towards me when I've never shown her any kind of disrespect. And I've always had, because like really that's why me and had really got into it, because I was over at Shot Kim's and I was kind of talking, I was telling this nigga like, man, you was a weirdo. You was out here passing around Cry Divas nudes and stuff and showing it to people and just acting like a little kid who ain't never got none before. It's like less of a fucking man. And he had nerves to get, feel some type of way about me saying that, right? And so, that's how he ended up feeling some type of way towards me. And then after I had that fun, like somewhat of a tiff with him over there at Shakim's, he tried to hit my link maybe some weeks after that, tried to hit my link over here and I wouldn't let him up. Because I'm like, dude, you're weird. And I don't trust no, like you're a weird ass dude. You like these women, I don't know why these women give you their pictures or why they participate in that manner with you, but you act like a school kid, like a little boy, like a boy who ain't never got none before. Like if a
Like an
woman was,
immature 10-year-old, like an immature 10-year-old. Like you remember when back in the day, you probably don't remember, but the boys used to have that thing, smell my finger, where they
yeah,
did something. I feel like it's like it's
like
like
a little
immature,
kid.
but
I'm like, if this woman, right, this is a full-fledged grown-ass woman, if she sent you some nudes, then dude, you need to keep it player. Just keep it player. That's the business between two grown people. But no, what happened was is that you turn into a little petulant child. You be throwing his little fists. Next thing you out here, you windmilling like the rest of these goddamn yagged ass niggas, and these get to throwing out her pictures and stuff to make her feel some type of way. Hey Dudley, peace in the LBC. And you did that to try to humiliate her and stuff. You know what I mean? You were trying to humiliate her. And you've been doing it ever since then. But really the truth is that somewhere along that line, she had to reject you. Because what I notice is a pattern with these particular men folk. When they get rejected by these brides, when they get rejected by a woman, all of a sudden they out here doing the worst of things that they could possibly do towards that woman. And where she messed up at is that she ever showed him her body. She should have never sent him a picture of her body.
that's why I don't get down with that old bitch, man. I don't like that old bitch because it always seemed like he always fighting women and like he just don't know how to be mature about this shit, man. He don't know how to just talk to a broad, get a picture, and move the fuck on. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like always gotta, let me go up do it live and let me expose you and shit. Oh, you sent this. You like, bro, how old is you, bro? Like, how old
He's
is you,
like a
dog?
child. He's a child.
It's fucking
And then
hard.
like I think for a second Clyde and him kind of made up, or at least they were amicable. And I was thinking to myself, like, don't ever fucking be amicable with this motherfucking nigga. Like, he tried to disrespect you to the utmost. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just, you need to move around and stay up out of his way, and he can stay up out of your fucking way. And so really in truth, I was defending her. And so when she made that move on me, I was just out of outer space, because I had just also came off the cuff of talking about how when she was over there and she was going to Lemon's live, right, and she was having a good time at Lemon's and hitting the panel over there and co-hosting with him, and then all of a sudden all these dark side people come from out of fucking nowhere, and then she ended up having a battle with one of them, happened to be Slapper, right? And he clowned the fuck up out of her, and I was just like, this. It was kind of like random, like out of fucking nowhere. I was like, why is Slapper hitting the link and like dogging her like this, right? But it was behind her saying that she was a star, and then that was prompted behind the whole thing of like who was the queen of the black sector or whatever. But you see a number of people coming out, and one of them being Candy, right? Candy comes out, right? And so it's just, it was just like, it was a very odd timing. And I had agreed with her in that moment. It was like, she'd been over here doing her thing and kind of shining light on the black sector and getting her little zhuzh in her comfortable zone. And then you niggas come from outer space and you're like dog walking her and making her be like damn near spaz up out of her fucking body and shit. And it just went to shit after that. I was like, wow, this is crazy. But I think they kind of know what to do to rattle her cage, you know? But I didn't think like Slapper had any issue with her at all because I remember asking Slapper a long time ago when I had went over to his channel. I was like, I was talking about something I had seen on Clyde Diva's, right? It was talking about some shit that was happening in the sector, and I was like, "Oh, you know Clyde Diva?" He was like, "Yeah, I know Clyde Diva." He had nothing bad to say about Clyde Diva. Like he didn't say a fucking bad thing about her. He didn't allude to no shit or nothing like that. So like, just to see when that happened on Lemons, I was taken aback a little bit. I was like, "This is some crazy shit here, right?" But it just seemed like a few of the people who've been around for a very long time just popped up out of nowhere and they kind of just ascended upon her little safe space in the moment, like where she was kicking it. And she had mentioned it. She was like, you niggas ain't been around, and all of a sudden I'm over here, and then y'all just pop up. And I felt like she had a point. So, like, I'm saying all that to say this is that people make points and I can agree to those points because this is what it looks like. I don't have to like you or dislike you to see a thing for what it is, you know. And I never had any like bad things to say about Clyde Diva. I never felt no way about her. Um, or anything, you know. So for her to just go totally left on me was just very odd. But then I understood in that moment, like, okay, well, fuck it, you gonna go totally left out of fucking nowhere, out of space on my fucking ass. I don't particularly have to feel a way about you because I don't feel a way about you, but I understand that you must be harboring or feeling a fucking way about me. And bitch, we don't have to have a misunderstanding. We ain't gonna never revisit this shit again. It is what it is, and we can just leave it fucking there, and it can stay fucking there. Like it ain't got the tables don't have to fucking turn. You don't have to be a new fucking leaf or none of that shit. No, bitch, it's gonna be the same fucking leaf and the same goddamn song to eternity. That leave it there, you know.
Well, hopefully one day you guys could, have a powwow and shit. I always like to see the brighter things. I hate to see, two sisters, at odds over some dumbass shit. You know what I mean?
I try to be that. Like I do want to see the brighter things of people, but I've learned on this app. But like I've learned, right? You know what I'm saying? There's certain sisters that you can have like reasonable communications with, like MJ Roots, Mahogany Roots, right? Like I've been subscribed to her for a long time, and she's been over here before, but she just doesn't remember, right? She does not remember. I was like, how you don't remember Mahogany? Because we have interfaced so many times, but that's okay. But there are certain sisters that I can probably have these type of conversations with, and we could agree to disagree, and there would be no animosity or no hard feelings or nothing like that. Like it's like certain sisters, you can have those type of conversations with, even if you never had those type of conversations with them. But some of these sisters, they are so hell bent on, I think, I'm not for her, she's sweet. Yes, Mahogany is very sweet, but some of these
I love
sisters,
Marvel.
she's a
Please
sweet,
something good.
she's always like, she don't know because sometimes I don't drop down, but as soon as she goes live, I'm over there, thumbs up in, and I'm in a skybox and stuff, and watching her lives and stuff, and so like when she, and sometimes when she pops up over in the beef sector, I'd be really surprised because one day we was like, I think she was over at Olivia's. She had popped up at a couple of different places. It's like, Mahogany, what the hell Mahogany doing over here? But there's that. But I met an influx of those sisters, Manosphere Jason and all those like the spheres over there, um, because it was something that Sister George had did like way back in the day, and I was talking about the sisterhood, and I was talking about like what she has said about some child or something, like I can't remember. So old, I gotta find those videos, like old, and so during that time, I used to run around like somewhat in the conscious sectors, manosphere adjacent stuff. I was like in all the sectors, but I was in certain people's chats more often. So those people start coming over, and they would be here. Do you know Nandy? Nandy would come by. What is the other girl's name? They used
Whatever
to.
happened to Sister George?
Well, she went live. Sister George went live the other day, and she was interviewing her son. But I
Mm.
think she just took a break because her and Concrete Rose, when they had their show, that was a really good show. And I used
Mhm.
to like enjoy their show and stuff and be there for it. And then all of a sudden they stopped going live. And then but every now and then Sister George will pop out and she'll go live. And I was at her last show. I didn't touch down, but I was in the skybox the whole time listening to her interview her son and stuff. And so I don't know if she's gonna her and Concrete Rose are gonna come back and do some shows some more, but I really wish they would do that. Now you never know, because sometimes you don't know the dynamics, because people could have fell out. You know what I mean? Like there could have been a falling out or stuff. But I respect it when it's quiet and they're not people are not tearing each other down. You know,
But
but then yeah, but it could have just been life circumstances. But I do anticipate for her to pop out more often. Hopefully that will be the case, because me and Sister George had somewhat of a rocky beginning, but I think we just ended up liking each other and respecting each other. You know what I mean? And back then, people like to give her a lot of flack, and they used to like look at me sideways. But I'm like, you can't make me. You can't choose my friendship group or who I like on this app. You know what I mean? Like if I like a person, I like them. I see you guys be forgiving and all these other things for worse and worse people. So
let me. I don't want to. Put lemon in the wound or shit, whatever the hell this might be. But what's your what happened with you and Audio Poe? If you don't mind me asking, like how
well,
did you all fall out?
I never really had an
Oh,
issue with audio. Like I think he just because I am cool with Shakim, I just
oh,
became like residual damage, or like like
yeah,
he
yeah.
just like shoot things at me, and I'm just like, dude, what's the fucking problem? You know what I'm saying? But now I have done content on him, but me personally, I didn't think it was like bad content. I was just talking about what he came out here and said, or what was said or done in that manner. But I've never had like I never personally felt the way about him and him really like him. But then he started like coming at me real personal. And then the last time I had an engagement or like an encounter with him was over at Read the Heart of Philadelphia's, right? And that's when they were out here trying to say, well, it wasn't trying to say. Shakim was moving around and he was trolling in I don't know if you know who Kimmy is. Do you know who Kimmy is? Just Kimmy?
That, yes, yes, yes. I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was trolling around in Just Kimmy's avatar. And so they were having like a little powwow over there at the Read the Heart of Philadelphians. And they were trying to say, or at least the narrative was being spun, it seemed like, you know, well, a couple of things were being said, but I was trying to get clarity. And for me, I was trying to get clarity. It was he just trolling around in her face, because quite a few people do that, because I've had it done to me. Um,
Uh,
or was he flagging in her name? So I ended up hitting the link over there, and I was trying to get clarity about that. And the next thing you know, it just went left. It was like, oh, you're trying to protect Shot Cam, da 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 da. And this dude Audio starts attacking me out of nowhere. He's got all this weird ass shit to say, and then he always wants to put it on, you can't be from the Bay. You can like, bitch, you can't be from the Bay. And
okay.
nigga, I really fucking wish you would Uber your ass to any of the niggas I know trying to fucking fight. Bitch, don't even worry about the Uber. We'll come see you. You good non-driving bitch, we will come see you. Like that, but he is like he jumped out the fucking window, and I feel like he just jumps on bandwagons. It's kind of like a person, like, it's like I always liken this stuff to gangs, right? It's like, okay, you see a person down on the ground, or you think the person's down, and you see a whole bunch of people swinging and kicking on this person, so you just gonna get your little hits in too, like, let me get my hit in too. I'm like, god damn, fool. Like,
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks on here that people have to go down with guilty of association and shit. Like you can't be
yeah,
cool with people because you got to go down with them. And I was kind of like that with the whole Shakima shit too. Like, fuck everybody that's over there and shit, but I don't know all those people. So you have to, at some point, apply some logic to this shit too. So I do
Right.
get it. It's YouTube, and it's like you don't know everybody in their camp, and they don't know everybody in your camp. So like your gripe with this person don't have shit to do with me, and I get it on YouTube. On YouTube, you can't play the fence for whatever reason. Not sure why, and I wouldn't even say it's playing the fence because that's usually some scary shit.
Yeah.
It's people that's really organically cool with people on here, like that don't have a problem with other people, and it puts people that are neutral with shit in a fucked up position. Because I don't have a problem with a lot of people. People have problems with, and it just puts me in, and I'm sure it puts a lot of people. You know what I mean, in a different position. You know what I mean, where
Definitely.
it's
'Cause
like,
I don't
man,
be
yeah,
feeling like half these people who don't like me. First of all, I don't even know you, and then all of a sudden I'm blocked. I can't see you or something like that. I'm like, man, I didn't know me and you had an issue, and I don't feel that way about you. But now I know you feel that way about me. There's nothing I really can do about it. Like you chose a side, and that's where you at with it. But I'm like, how is it that all of you have an issue with me, and I only had it out with one person? Like,
uh,
like that one person. What do y'all got to do with it? Because I don't feel that way about you. So why are you feeling some type of way? But then at the same time, screaming how grown you are, and how individual you are, and how you have your own singular mind, not a collective mindset. Like your actions don't make any sense. It's not adding up, you know. So I get it. Like they have to like kind of like gang or team up or whatever the case may be, but I'm not like my people, like people, well, I don't say my people, but people who come here have their own mindset. I don't tell people, hey, don't be friends with this person, don't be friends with that person, or don't go over here, don't go over there. I will talk about all the things that have happened in these particular sectors, and I will say these people's names. You can go there to see it for yourself, and you know all the things in between. I'm not trying to stop none of that, because you might enjoy their commentary or you might enjoy their channel. But what does that have to do with my feeling towards them? As long as you respect that I have an issue with them in this moment and let us figure it out, then there should be no problem between me and you. Like, man, just move around.
it
But
should be like that though. That's how no, that's how it should be. It should be if that person got a problem with that part, just let that be. You know
yeah,
what I mean? You don't even have to interject yourself. You don't even have to be like, well, this and that. Hey, I wish the best for everybody. I wish everybody could talk shit out, woo woo, but I get it because I got my own shit. So it's a few people on here I'm never gonna be cool with. So I get how some people would feel. Like
yeah,
I get how some people ain't gonna be cool with these motherfuckers. It's gonna be war forever. You know what
yeah.
I mean? But we also gotta think about the subscribers and all that shit, man. Like a lot of people, I don't feel should be in the middle of this shit. They
They
cool with
should.
it, you know. Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't
So
be. And they do you remember this, Malek? Do you remember? You might. I don't know if you were around, but do you remember when I had got into it with the 2.0s? Do you remember any of that, or were you not around?
yeah, no, I was watching. Yeah, I
Okay.
remember. Hmm.
So initially, when you saw the battle, who did you see battling with me and me battling with that person? Like, did you see one person, or what? Did you see multiple people at one time?
It was multiple people on.
It was multiple people at one. Now, when from my point of view, right? Like for me, as you see me, who was I having focus with? Was it one person or multiple people? Or is my thought process towards really one person?
You had an issue with one person, I believe.
So,
It was a
yeah. So I was saying that to say that I only had like my thought was towards one person, the one person who brought it to me, right? Or at least that one person who seemed like they wanted to have a battle with me or had out with me. But I clearly distinctly remember, and then also as of late, like maybe a week ago, I had went through some of my old lives and I came across some of those engagements, right? And I was thinking to myself, like, how did it get this far? Like, how did it go so far to the left, right? Because it was so weird because I saw myself trying to get clarity,
Mm,
literally asking, what is the problem? Like, why did this happen and that happen? I'm saying that out my mouth, right?
mm,
And I remember one of the places I had went to um, was I had went over to Slappers. This is back in the day when I used to go around Slappers, and she happened to be over there, and I was like, hey, how you doing, type of thing. And she had a funky attitude, and I'm like, well, what's the problem? She's like, I don't feel like it, I hit a deer, or whatever the fuck she went through right that day. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm not gonna beg you to talk to me, for one, because I'm a grown-ass woman. I am not your fucking child. Okay, you're grown and I'm grown, so I'm not gonna beg you to have a conversation with me. And if you tell me in a rude way to move the fuck around, then I'm gonna move around. So if I move the fuck around and I try to come at you woman to woman and try to figure out what the problem is, then how could you even have out with me? To be honest. And how could any of your fucking peoples have fucking problems with me when they could clearly see me try to talk to another grown ass woman and find out and make peace? Like, figure out like what the problem is. So
mm.
I could only assess from that whole situation is that you didn't really want to have peace with me. You conjured all that shit up like it was a play or something.
But
Like, you made all that shit up to have a fucking problem with me, a fight with me. And then you threw some other people into the fray and sat back and watched all the fucking destruction that you put into play just play itself out. But there are people to this day behind that particular situation that still to this day have a problem with fucking me. I'm like, how do you have a fucking problem with me when literally this person started with me? I tried to fucking find a peaceful, medium with them, and they wouldn't stop. And then I just defended myself. So you would have been happier if I would have just allowed this person to, like, say, we put it in real life terms, it would have been, you would have been happier if I were to just sit down, put my hands to the ground, put my head down, and let that person just beat the fuck up out of me, kick me all upside my head, stomp me out. Then me and you could be cool then. That's how I look at them broads. I'm like, you are the broads that we could be cool if I allow somebody to stomp me out.
yeah, it's unfortunate. It's
It's
very
very,
unfortunate.
it's
I'm gonna
weird.
say, I'm gonna say this before I get off though, because I appreciate you having me again. I love coming here. You always show me hella love.
No,
Um, hopefully, people could just, hit these panels on some one-on-one shit and air out their grievances, so it won't be too many subliminals. Because
mm,
I find that the people that are irritants that are just, putting, what is that, fuel to the fire, making this shit is usually the subscribers and just other, nobodies and shit, followers, tag along motherfuckers that make the problems worse. Because
yeah,
if you got a problem with just one person and there's other people chiming in like, oh fuck that motherfucker, they're just making the shit worse. And at some point, us as grown people, it's like, hey, you can come to my shit because I actually had a problem with somebody and we squashed that shit. So it is possible that you can squash some shit. You came to my shit and we squashed it like men. So it's possible. I'm not saying everybody gonna be cool with their enemies and shit, but at least, say your shit, they say they shit, and if you can't get along, you just move the fuck on. You know what I mean? Because that's what I thought it was with me and Shakima. Like, I'm
yeah,
not responding to your stupid ass bitch. Like, leave me the fuck alone, bitch. I'm done with you, bitch. You know what I mean? But here you go, running your cocksucker again, still running your shit. So it's like, that everybody feed this little retarded bitch up. You feel me? So it's just like, nah, man. Like, I said my shit, and you can move the fuck on. It could be to where you go your way and I go my way, but we ain't gonna never be cool. But I don't talk about you, bitch. So I have no idea why you're talking about me.
It definitely they'll flip it too. Like it'll be flipped because you're a man and she's a woman. And so it'll be like, oh, he didn't call her this, he called her that, he talked this way, that talked that way. But they won't go into what the inception of things, right? And I speak on that frequently, quite frequently. Inception matters. How things started, why we're at this point, what was said, and what will cause somebody to react or speak the way they do. You can't control the reaction. You set it off and then you want to control the reaction at the same time. It doesn't work like that. Look, take your ass to work and go over there and start some shit with your boss and see if you can control the reaction. It's that simple. You can't. So, people don't, understand that all these things have an inception. They have a beginning, okay, a nucleus, if you will. And you have to start there. That's the most important thing. And then you can get a full scope of what really has happened, what's really taking place, and how you have all these little splinter cells and branching offs from this one scenario. Like it's rooted, right? These things become rooted. But Malek, it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, I'm gonna drop down, beloved. I appreciate you having me. I
you're
hope I
welcome.
didn't bore people too much. Yeah, I appreciate. I just really wanted to say I appreciate you last night. For the shit you was doing. That shit was cool.
Oh, you're
Yeah, thank
welcome. I
you.
feel like I did much. I was there, just there. Oh,
No,
you
but
mean
you were there from the beginning, though. You were there from the beginning to the end. And, yeah, I appreciate it. You and
oh.
MJ too. MJ was there too. But,
Yeah,
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 okay.
mahogany. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I thank you and thank you for the blue. I was like, oh, I'm blue, but mahogany is quicker than me. Like she's dropping them. I was like, God dang, they all better than me than that. Like I ain't good for that. I try though. I do try. I was looking for the pages and she start dropping them all, even mine. I was like, how did she do that so quick? It
she
was
was
weird.
on that shit. She
Man,
was
it was
on that shit.
freaky. It freaked me out how she just does. I turned around. I was like, pop, pop, pop. I was like, ah, dang.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you have a good night though, and yeah, I'm gonna catch the rest of this shit. I'm gonna pop down. Y'all be cool.
Okay.
Peace in the chat. Everybody be cool in the chat, man. Shalom.
Shalom. See you later. Yeah, I had a good time over at Malek's channel and see. Oh,
Shalom.
can you drop his channel, please?
Yeah, some shit
You
to
want?
do, but yeah, I wanted to get my thanks and shit. You know what I mean? 'Cause they came
Don't
up
worry
and
about it.
they popped up and so
You haven't. Oh, I don't know if he was talking to me or not, but I was surprised that he went live. I was like, oh, let me go over here and check out the live and stuff. And oh, and then so lately, Rue has been going live. I never unsubscribed from Rue Dimp. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the places that I used to go around and stuff, and different things have happened, and some new stuff going on over there in Manosphere adjacent world, right? And so it looks like Rue is having it out with I don't know if he's really having it out with the Rogue Sea Broad or he feels like a way about the Rogue Sea Broad. But then there's another broad named Candy. So it looks like the sisterhood though is out there getting ready to give it to, Rogue Sea and she is not a girl's girl, if you will. Uh, Much love to you too. And so I kind of been like watching from afar, so I'm not going to speak on it too much, but I've been seeing some people that I'm aware of or have known in this space for some years now. Now, we don't all talk or be around each other, but I'm just like surprised to see some of these people in these spaces because I'm just like, man. There was a time that, when you were in my space, it was always a fucking issue, what I'm saying, about if say manosphere people hit my link or why is this happening and that happening, and then to see these particular people in these spaces and just engaging and interacting, I'm just like, oh wow, the hypocrisy of it all, but or maybe it's not hypocrisy, maybe just people grow. Maybe people decide, hey, what I'm saying, not to be so frigid and and to, close off their ears to situations, and they realize that they can engage with other people. You don't have to believe how they believe, but you could still have the engagement, right? Because it makes for conversation, it makes for content. So it could be that as well, but it's just kind of odd to see certain people, because I've been subscribed to quite a few people for quite some time. And I'll peep in from time to time, and then I'll see somebody and be like, wow, okay, this is some amazing shit right here. Like, okay. But it is what it is. But, people are bound to see each other and bump into each other and cross paths and stuff. Um, you know, it just happens that way. It just happens that way. But I think I'm gonna wrap this live up, and I'm gonna make my way over. I believe the hood table is live right now, so I'm gonna make my way over there. Her and Big Rig went live today, and I'm gonna go over there and check out their live and stuff. And they're probably at the point where they're just, having some banter or whatever the case may be. And so please support the hood table and Big Rig, because they're on their third season. I believe this is the third season, right? So it's from the hood to the block, from the block to the hood, and they give commentary on, hot topics that are in, social media and the news and stuff. And they have a really good banter and a very good, like, they feed off each other really well and have a nice little show. So let's support that show as well, But I just want to say that, it is what it is out here. And it's interesting. I've had an interesting 5 years. I say 4 years, but Melanie, this says 5. I've watched a lot of people come and go. People have these really strong stances for things, and they'll turn around and be totally opposite somewhere else. I've fallen out with people, or really people falling out with me, and and just I've watched people's channels that were really successful just kind of go one way, and then people who weren't so successful, it just went up. Like, it's ebbs and flows in this thing. So if you're a CC and you're doing the damn thing, just always hit the live button, because it's ebbs and flows in the scenarios, right? And you'll get to learn a lot of people. You'll come across a cast of characters. Um, it'll be what it's going to be, but you will find your flow and you'll find your situation. And then what's meant for you is going to be for you, and you'll build from that. For me, I like to build from the people that I feel like are the most sincere and authentic, right? And people who actually, are free thinkers. And not pretending to be free thinkers, but that are actual free thinkers. And if I see you one moment, then I don't see you the next, then there's no love lost or nothing like that. Like, I'll see you when I see you. And it's always gonna be peace in the LBC. So let me make my way around here, and I'll see you guys later, and I'm out. So I'm gonna find my outro, and let's go. Bye, y'all.